Number one priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com. Your one-stop Honda shop.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Uiagalelei throws it and picked off at the 20, the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Curtis Robinson on the pick six, and the house call gives the Niners the lead. 2nd and 13. Rolling right, Carter Bradley looking to the end zone. Tariq Owens has a touchdown. Where's Joe Starkey? Owens.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake.
Kevin Gleason and Jay Johnson today. I don't know what kind of weather you got today. We'll get to Cut Down Day in just a moment. Some crazy weather in the area. I know it looks like from what I saw on the Doppler, not on TV. I got my own Doppler in the garage. On the Doppler, it looked like in Roseville, I got hit pretty hard. But I was reminded of a college professor I used to have today, Professor Middlebrook at SF State. I took English Lit and Shakespeare from him, something like that. But I remember one day we were talking about music for some reason in class. And this was years after that Fleetwood Mac song, Dreams, was a huge success, but for some reason, Professor Middlebrook was going on and on. He was just very agitated. He was kind of like Jeff Garcia in the pocket, just kind of moving, kind of nervously. And he was saying, I don't understand how they can say thunder only happens when it's raining. It's not true. Anybody from the Midwest knows it's not true. Well, today at our house anyway, we had thunder without rain, so I thought of Professor Middlebrook. Jay, we had one thunder boom that actually just a little bit, but it honestly did rattle our house. Did you get any big booms?
Not that loud, but I did get a few of them. My dog was going crazy. I was in the man cave and I was on the computer working my wiggle, and a couple of them hit, and my dog would jump. I got a little feisty joint, Menace.
Yeah.
And so maybe about 3 or 4 times it happened. He reacted. Then finally the next 2 or 3, he just said, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just laid on the floor, sat there. But I was on the phone with Imran Pilati, your running mate.
Yeah.
A little.
And yours.
Yeah, absolutely. This morning. And I'm like, all I hear, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, what is that, bro? He's like, man, it is thunderstorming. It's raining here in Roseville. Mm-hmm. And you could literally hear it hitting the car as he was driving.
Wow.
Say, it's raining? He's like, yes, it is literally raining. So unless he was lying to me, if anybody wants to confirm that, I'll take him for his word. But yeah, so strange weather today, kind of down south-ish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little Texas-ish.
Yeah, it was like, you know, normally I think we get our weather from like the ocean, but this was from the mountains coming in that way. And boom, boom, boom. So I think things have settled down. I don't know. Still kind of dark outside, but little change of pace. And, of course, the thunder was booming around the NFL today, Jay. Cut down day. Here's what we have as far as the 49ers go.
Yeah.
According to Matt Mayoko. Matt Mayoko on X reported that Drew Moss made the initial 53-man roster. He also said, I'm not suggesting anything here, but the Browns released 10-year vet Dustin Hopkins. He's a career 84% kicker, but he was just 18 of 27 last year, missed 3 PATs on 20 attempts. Now, Jay, that wasn't me. That's Matt Mayoko.
Yeah.
Kicker,
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know.
You know that Kyle Shanahan's not going to change his mind. Who was it? I think Carolina. They waived a kicker named Wright. And wouldn't you rather have a kicker who is right than a kicker who is Moody? Yes. I don't know, but I think Moody's still going to be the guy. Also, reports that Yetur Gross-Matos, let's see.
Passes physical.
Yes, thank you. And is off the PUP list and on the 53-man roster. How about this, Jay? I know a lot of 49er fans and the 49ers themselves are looking at wide receivers that get waived or cut. Seattle waving bye-bye to Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Do anything for you?
Maybe. Oh, yeah.
Even Matt Barrows, I think he put the eyeballs on there on his post. Like,
Yeah, I'd be interested because the 49ers released Robbie Chosen and Isaiah Hodgins as wide receivers today. So, yeah, I would be interested. Anything that allows a veteran presence to be on the 49ers in a wide receiver capacity, I'm interested. Because I'm not blown away by the roster at the wide receiver position right now.
Yes. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I believe, is I think he's got a little size. I think he's like 6'4".
Yeah, he's got a little height to him. Yeah.
One of the things I look at when I look at football stats is catch percentage. And it's not fair to evaluate receivers solely on catch percentage because it depends on the accuracy of the quarterback. But it's just a matter of how many did they throw him? How many did he catch? And if you check the leaders, of course, running backs are the leaders in catch percentage because it's just like a little toss. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, for his career, Jay, he didn't have very good catch percentage.
You went and checked it out today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not very good. And I think he caught 4 touchdown passes last year. So, you know, that's given that I think he was on the Saints, wasn't he, towards the end of the year? He did some nice things, and I think his yards per catch is good, but maybe it has to do with the people who've been throwing him passes, but I think he's had some pretty decent quarterbacks throwing him passes. Catch percentage, not great. But, you know, with the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, what it comes down to, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, no block, no rock. Can he block? If he can block, there's going to be interest, which I think is one reason why they really had some interest, but not that much in Amari Cooper.
Good blocker, allegedly.
Yeah.
Brings something to the table on the outside, putting his hands on you.
Yeah. And Amari Cooper is more of a, nothing against Raider fans, he's more of a finesse receiver, and he's not that, you know, Kyle Shanahan type tough guy receiver.
Right. Well, sometimes we got to get out the box, though.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
And Shanahan he typically does not do that because, as you said, he's a little stubborn. He's very stubborn.
I think he is.
In many different ways. Again, I'm looking at the capacity of what the wide receiver core looks like. They need some help until proven otherwise. If Jacob Cowan, if Ricky Pearsall, if guys like that step up, then yeah, we'll have those answers. But as of right now, we don't. And so I'm looking for any type of help that we may know, or at least know, like a Valdez-Scantling. At least we know who he is. He's not going to blow the top off. He's not really the greatest, obviously, hence why he got cut. But at least you know what he's bringing to the table. Yeah. He's at least worth, hey, line him up. Let's see if he can do something. No, okay, move on. It ain't nothing but a little bit of air flight and a burger.
It seems to me that players go from being good players to, just like that, bad players in football quicker than in any other sport because of the physical nature of it. You lose a step, you lose a push, you lose a little bit, and all of a sudden you can't play. I just remember my dad used to be a newspaper guy, and he used to work at the Vallejo Times-Herald.
Oh.
And he would come home on cut-down day.
Okay.
He'd come home for dinner, and then he'd go back and work till, 11 o'clock or whatever. And he'd give me all the, hey, so-and-so got cut in the NFL. And I remember, Jay, as a kid, like 12 or whatever, it's like, how are teams cutting these guys? These guys are good. But not anymore. We see it now. There's names that you recognize, like, hey, that guy's pretty good, wasn't he? Well, not anymore, because it happens that quickly in the NFL.
Yeah, a lot of it is for financial reasons.
Yeah, that's true.
We definitely know that. The money is completely different than when you were a child. So it is to the point, you have cap casualties, you have performance casualties, depending on the team. And, every single year, there's always one or two or three players who impress a team where it kind of you look over at the veteran and say, well, if I got to pay $8 million and I could pay this guy 1.6, I'm kind of getting the same type of movement and play.
Right.
Yeah, veteran, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And so there's just so many different reasons why, you look at the 49ers, you talk about Matt Mayoko. I saw the 49ers released Thomas Morstead, the punter, but it's really all formalities because he'll probably be right back on the team tomorrow or, 48 hours. They have to, and this is the thing with 53-man roster, they got to finesse, who you can keep and how you keep it. And, you got roster bonuses and so many different financial implications that sometimes teams, they juggle. It's a circus. It's a juggling act. They're trying to figure out how they can keep and move and finesse the roster.
And you do have to leave space if you want to add somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
Pick up somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just remember, too, going way back when, and I'm not saying it was better then. I don't think it was, but the story is when I was a kid of it, like Vince Lombardi, someone would come in and say, I want to trade. And he'd go, all right, hold on one second. Here's the number of the general manager of Chicago. You've just been traded to the Bears. That was the way it was.
Yes.
And now you got like Micah Parsons and the Cowboys with this stalemate. And you've got Jacoby Myers ask for a trade, and teams got to, it's not so simple as my way or the highway. It doesn't work in today's NFL.
Yeah. Well, it's 2025,
valuable. I know.
So all that stuff is out the window. Yes, yeah, I hear you.
Yes. A guy like Lombardi, you'd probably get his ass kicked because you can't do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be in the league anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, Belichick, we have our Lombardis, and even they get checked sometimes. It's just part of too much money is involved, and too much money is made by players that coaches are null and void sometimes.
Yeah. I remember where it all changed in pro sports. At least I think I remember.
Okay, what you got?
Remember Dick Allen?
Dick Allen
was a phenomenal player, and he had problems with fans and management in Philadelphia, and he went to the Cardinals, and he went to the Dodgers, and he didn't fit in, and he didn't want to do things. He didn't want to do what everyone told him to do, and he went to the White Sox, and they had a manager named Chuck Tanner who was like, we're going to let him do his thing.
Chucky T.
Yeah, one of the first managers, coaches in sports that decided we're going to treat people differently. They're individuals. And Dick Allen was phenomenal. He was American League MVP. And as far as I can remember, that's really where it started, where there was this light that was shed upon those making those decisions, and they realized there might be a better way to handle some of these talented individuals rather than to tell them, you do it this way or you're gone.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, this is where we got the name players coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Dick Allen got into the Hall of Fame this year, right?
I know he did. Yeah.
So
he was phenomenal because they let him do his thing and beat Dick Allen.
Well, I've seen clips of Dick Allen. What do you remember watching Dick Allen distinctly? Can you bring those clips up in your mind?
I didn't know the game that well at the time to really know what I was watching, but I remember talking to Vida, and Vida said, yeah, that was a guy that I couldn't get out.
He was the truth, huh?
The guy that hit me the hardest or whatever it was.
Yeah. He was real.
That guy was, tremendous hitter. Anyway, apparently the Thunder hitting in Roseville on the text line here, 339-1140. 1-800-920-1140. UPS Chris, it was straight dumping in Roseville for almost 3 hours. The thunder sounded like bombs.
That's what it sounded like when I was talking to Emory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like that. Grenades almost.
Poured in Roseville, dumped in my office in Natomas.
Really?
Yeah, from the 530. Get Rice so we can have T.O.'s son and Jerry Rice's son. T.O.'s son
he's out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And Brendan got cut today from the Chargers. Right.
Yeah.
So they're both jobless at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, anything. It might bounce back.
Mhm.
You know, Kyle Ledbetter did bring up a good point. If I
Kyle
was in the
Ledbetter?
40, yeah, I know that's saying a lot. The 49ers, if they were
Yes.
sharp or smart,
Mhm.
PR, promotions, marketing, somebody over there, what if they brought back Brendan Rice just to sell jerseys?
I don't think Kyle would be for it.
Shanahan? Man.
You mean just like on the regular season roster?
Well, yeah, to finesse the game, but I'm just saying that, you know, I'd buy one. I'd probably buy one.
What number was he wearing? Was he wearing his dad's number? I don't know. I saw
remember.
him.
Yeah, I saw a clip
Jerry
of
was on the field with him on Saturday.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Kyle Ledbetter says 82, but I don't trust him.
Okay.
Because he's from San Diego and doesn't like the Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't trust the person like that. Yeah.
Can't blame him. What do you think of this, Jay? Reading in The Athletic today, reading the works of the likes of Matt Barrows and Vic Tafer, both friends of the show and friends of the station. Vic Tafer suggests that perhaps the 49ers' issues at wide receiver might not be as dire as it looks. And he points out that the 49ers are one of the few teams that still use a fullback. So they don't need to rely on wide receiver for as much offensive production. Obviously, it's an important position, and you need to throw the ball, and you need good receivers. But 21 personnel, which is 2 backs, 1 tight end. 2 backs, 1 tight end. The league average for using that formation on plays last year, 6.3% of the time. 6.3% of the snaps in the NFL, teams use 2 backs, 1 tight end. The 49ers used it 35%. So they don't rely as much on the wide receivers. Now, you still have to have guys who know what they're doing. You have to have a number 1 receiver, but it's being suggested. I'm not suggesting it.
Who said this?
This Vic Tafer and Matt Barrows saying they might not rely on receivers for offensive production as much as other teams because they employ the fullback.
Yeah, well, no duh. Isn't that the point? That's the reason why they send out CMC and they send out use check. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we all know that. I'm not blown away from that. That because we've seen use check line up outside. We've seen CMC do the same thing. And they go to, you know, not on top of that, they also utilize them out the backfield quite well. Hence why I think they were interested in keeping Garindo over Jordan Mason. I think Garindo is a better pass catcher than Jordan Mason.
Yes.
Who's moved on. Or I would take the argument that Jordan Mason is a better runner, a better rusher than Isaac Garindo.
Do you think it's possible we see here and there maybe McCaffrey in the slot or at
I think so. I think you're onto something, Whitey. You should be sending out the articles like Barrows and Tafer because now you're talking about something, right?
Yeah. I think I saw someone else suggested that, but I'll take full credit for it. And thank you, Jay. Jay deserves credit for texting me this. Maybe you've seen this from David Lombardi on X. He says the 49ers loaded up in the trenches. They're carrying 21 linemen on the initial 53-man roster, 10 offensive linemen, 11 defensive linemen, the most they've ever carried at this juncture in both rooms under Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Again, there's still some wiggle room with this initial 53. They can add players. They're going to have to make room for them if they do add players. But at first blush here, the 49ers with 21 linemen on the initial 53-man roster. Just hoping against hope that they have the depth to deal with the, let's face it, the inevitable injuries, right, Jay?
Yeah, or they don't like everyone, so they don't like specific people that they're keeping everyone.
Keep them both.
Yeah,
We'll
keep them all
out.
right.
Yeah,
it could be a combination of both, but yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
which is 10 O linemen, 11 D linemen, right? Man,
yes,
most ever by then.
And if you're being honest, like 18 of those guys are going down.
Oh man, why you being so negative already?
I'm sorry. I don't want that to happen. It's just, I'm trying.
It's inevitable.
Yes, it is. And hopefully, some of it'll be a little week to week stuff. But
right.
Yeah, they're just trying to fortify the roster against that avalanche of injuries.
I was looking at, maybe it's a couple of days ago, but you're right. You're 100% right. It would. I think we'll have like some prognostications. as we head into the season, probably next week or something like that for the league and the 49ers and who finishes where and what and why. I'm telling you right now, one of my others, like in that category, I'm going to set an over-under for 49er injuries. Games missed, something. Because it is, as you said, it's inevitable, but it is literally every single year a problem.
Mm-hmm.
At least in the last 7-8 years, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Since Kyle's been there,
we
right?
Got to put a cap there.
That doesn't mean it's his fault.
It's not.
But I think it's true that it's been since he's been the coach.
Yeah. 15 years ago, we weren't tripping on, 2010 Harbaugh and 11 Harbaugh, but it feels like they lead the league or close top 3, top 5 and games missed and injuries every single year.
And in the rare year where they don't have injuries, they win 13 games.
It's very true.
Go to the Super Bowl.
So that's going to be in my others list. I'll tell you that right now. Games missed and or amount of injuries for the 49ers this year.
I don't even want to ask you what the over-under is.
I don't even know yet.
Yeah. I don't want to think about it.
I'm going to have to go look and see the average last 5 years.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere a few weeks ago. I might be able to track that down.
Oh, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's just hope that's not a factor this year, right?
Well,
we don't have to worry about it.
One can hope, Whitey. Mm-hmm. One can hope.
In the YouTube chat here, we appreciate you being with us today. Bert Bondi checks in with this. I've been critical of Shanny's play calling and lack of urgency, but I watched most of the 2 or 3 preseason games. I watched most of 2 or 3 of the preseason games, and they've developed some urgency, which is good. Kicker is always an issue with the 49ers.
Yeah.
Note of optimism from Bert Bondi.
Shouts out to Double B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's right with the kicker. I think we all know that, right? Mm-hmm. The coin flip. Mm-hmm. Hence why you're talking about Dustin Hopkins.
Yes.
Look, at least put a spyglass on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I saw the urgency, but maybe it's there. Did you see any urgency?
No, if I'm being honest, I wasn't really looking for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Bradley, the quarterback, was pretty urgent at times. He looked a little panicked, especially when the last game he got hurt early on and they only had the 2 quarterbacks. They both had sprained ankles. It's like, you got to play.
Somebody got to play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'll make you play with a little urgency when you're playing quarterback in the NFL with a sprained ankle.
Better believe it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, though, but I'm glad Bert Bondi did, and I'm following Bondi's cab because I'm with him.
Yeah.
That's, in the form of optimism.
Right. TR says 49ers need to trade for DJ Moore. He also says, I flooded my toilet this morning, and I hope he's talking about the weather. Videos of flooding in Reno and Tahoe, also Joshua Tree area from Bert Bondi. So
Man,
crazy.
What's going on? What happened? It was just cook season the last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, I mean, it's still supposed to be 91 today in Sacramento, though.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, we have rainstorms.
Mm-hmm. Storms, powerful.
Yeah.
They'll rattle your windows. Speaking of which,
hopefully Jake was okay.
Yeah,
the bird.
The birds and the squirrels were going nuts in the backyard.
The scrub Jay.
Yeah. Spencer Rattler is a starting quarterback for the Saints.
How
about
is.
That, Jay?
Yeah. I figured he would be just because he's returning this year, and the Saints they're at the bottom of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
We're not expecting much from them. It doesn't seem like anybody's expecting that much from them. You have to find out what you have in Spencer Rattler before you move on to your new, draft pick.
They're trying to get Arch Manning, right?
Maybe. They should.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bona fide true blue Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Well, I only say that because he's at UT.
Yeah.
If he was anywhere else, I'd be like,
You'd probably rather he stay in school, though.
Well, according to his grandfather, he ain't coming out next year.
Yeah, but apparently Arch said, I don't know how they talk.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know why Grandpa said that.
He a little off. Yeah, I saw that. But, Grandpa knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
He'll send a kite down to Arch.
Now, to me, I look at that and think, wow, Archie Manning, he was drafted by the Saints. And if his grandson's on the Saints, full circle, okay? But to 90% of football fans, they don't even know who Archie Manning is. They don't care, right?
The son is more popular than the grandfather.
Of course.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
Yeah, is Archie.
I mean, they know Peyton, obviously, and Eli and everything, but Archie is like, oh, that's Peyton Manning's dad. He played? Oh, okay. I didn't know he played.
Is who rank them? Who's the most famous to the least famous Manning?
Just in terms of fame?
Yeah.
It goes Peyton, Eli,
Arch
and Archie.
Arch, then Archie, and then Cooper.
And Archie obviously should.
Yeah.
Cooper's been on a number of those goofy TV shows they do. They did the GE College Bowl with Peyton was one of the hosts and Cooper was one of the co-hosts.
So Coop might be in front of his pops?
Boy. He might be because he's been on TV a lot.
Yeah.
And I still think, and I know there's people listening that are like, no, come on, it's Archie Manning. But a lot of people don't really know. They don't remember Archie Manning at all. They don't know that he played and they don't care.
Yeah. Arch might be close. Be close to Eli.
Is Eli a Hall of Famer?
Not on my watch.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
I get it. That's a long conversation.
Uh-huh.
We don't have the time for it, but I'd say
We're
no.
just getting started.
Yeah,
Jay.
well, we have real estate, no doubt about it. But I'd say no. You say yes?
Because he has to. I think Plunkett should be in there too.
Oof.
And I don't know if Plunkett's ever gotten in.
Yeah, I don't know if Plunkett's gonna get
What
in.
a quarterback's supposed to do? Oh, you got to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A couple quarterbacks have won multiple Super Bowls. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know though. I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me. He doesn't pass the statistics test.
Right. But I know that 12 years from now, whenever it is, if you had a vote, you wouldn't even let Joe Burrow in the Hall of Fame.
No, absolutely not. What has he done?
Led the league in touchdowns and yardage.
What else?
Taking his team to the Super Bowl.
Man,
the Bengals.
He's
to the Super Bowl.
He's 0 for what? What season is he going to? 5, 6? Where are we at with Joe? He ain't done nothing.
He's beaten Mahomes in the postseason.
And what happened after?
They lost the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, you just said QB's got to get Super Bowls.
All right. We're going to come back.
Missed the playoffs, what? All but 2 seasons?
Yeah, but it's the Bengals.
Oh, man. Stop making excuses for Joe Burrow.
If you get the Bengals into the playoffs like the Red Rifle, they should have a statue of him. He got the Bengals into the playoffs with Marvin Lewis, like, was it 4 years in a row or something?
Now that's doing
Andy
something.
Dalton,
That's
got the
doing
Bengals
something.
in the playoffs?
Going 8-9 and missing the playoffs, and you lead the league in passing touchdowns. I'm not giving you no love for that.
Mhm.
That's a passing game, baby. Where's the love for Baker Mayfield?
He's still got to do something. He'd never been anywhere near a
Something.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh man. See, that's
he
the
got
Joe
the Browns
Burrow
in the
love.
playoffs. He did break the Browns.
Yes, he did, and he's taking Tampa back-to-back. Remember,
taking them back to what?
playoffs.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Uh-huh.
More than Joe Burrow's ever done.
Well, Joe Burrow, I think, has done more. He just didn't do it back-to-back.
Oh, see, here we go. We're making excuses for Joe.
Dieter Kurtenbach's going to join us, columnist San Jose Mercury News, get his thoughts on what's going on with the 49ers. How can they emerge from this this confusion of youth into a Super Bowl team again? Can they do it this year? We find out next. Sacktown Sports.
The Drive Guys.
But I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in. I'm a
We're
team
starting
player.
to get used to it.
I'm a
Not
team.
having you, actually. Yeah.
I mean, and you know, I actually felt bad for Jay too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours. And I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what though? I missed you the other night.
You can listen to The Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avery-Anna. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more. And then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow. Maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
Labor Day is right around the corner, and Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram want to thank the hardworking folks who keep this country running strong. And they're going to do this by taking the work out of you getting the new or used vehicle you want. They do this by offering the best customer service in the business, having the largest selection in Northern California, and offering the lowest prices on Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and America's truck, the Ram. See for yourself online at sacssuperstore.com why more and more people are making their way to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emron Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland, and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Schedule for every team they play this fall. He said, I think we kind of try to shift the narrative. We're going to go for everyone else. The target's not on our back, but we've got a red dot on everyone else. And I guess a lot of people thought that hit hard, Jay. We got a red dot on everyone else. Yeehaw, Arch Manning. By the way, we've got potential issues with YouTube and Fox, and if you our YouTube subscriber,
don't even get me started.
Have some issues. Hopefully they can.
I might be dropping that service.
Really?
Yeah,
we'll talk about that as well. But right now, it's time for a very special guest. Nice enough to join us as he does from time to time. Columnist, San Jose Mercury News. It's from the Dieter and Hutch podcast. Dieter Kurtenbach. How are you today, Dieter?
I'm confused, guys. How are you doing?
We're fine. What can we help you with that at all? Why are you confused?
Oh, I need John Lynch to clear up some things for me with this roster that they just put out.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Before we dive into that, I want to let you know, I'm sure this is a treat for you. Alan Stiles said to tell you hello. So hello from Alan Stiles.
Oh, well, that's great. He can just text me, but let's go through some intermediaries, huh?
That's exactly what he said. Yes, yes. All right. So what confuses you the most about this brand new, for now, 49er roster, Dieter?
The for now aspect of a lot of it is the confusing part. It seems as if they just didn't want to do cutdown day today, so they punted a bunch of decisions to later on in the week. And in order to do that, they had to get cute with a couple other spots. They just don't have a punter for as many days as that's going to last. There's a level of bizarreness to this, or I guess you could view it one other way, which is this team is scrambling to put together a 53, and they needed more time.
Wow. Are you surprised with all the interior linemen or all the linemen? I think, what is it? They have 21?
10 and 11.
Yeah. Does that surprise you?
No, because they can't make decisions on any of these guys because most of these guys aren't good enough to force their hand at all. So the 11 on the defensive line, I mean, I wouldn't have kept Robert Beal, which is easy for me to say, but I thought they were probably going to keep 10. The Beal inclusion is a bit of a surprise, and maybe that's just because Gross Matos was able to pass his physical today, so he's on the roster, and Beal doesn't make it to week one. The offensive line, it shouldn't have surprised me. I thought Drew Moss did enough to justify being kept around, undrafted free agent out of Colorado State. Like, I don't think that they wanted to get cute with that, but like, what are we doing here with Matt Hennessy and Austin Pleasance and just keeping 10 guys just because you couldn't make a decision on cutting anybody, or you're just not comfortable going on to the marketplace today, but maybe you will be tomorrow. It just looks like, well, if we hoard all of them, maybe one of them will work, but you only have 53 spots. You got to be a little bit more judicious with this stuff.
Dieter, is there, I guess, on reverse to that, if you felt like they're hoarding a lot of the O-line and D-line, was there anything that was kind of surprised you, as you said, puzzled, that it's like, oh man, they let him go?
Well, I mean, Russell Gage is currently their wide receiver too, which is a horrible sentence to say out loud, but like, unless you want Sky Moore to be considered your wide receiver too, you only have 2 healthy wide receivers on your roster right now. Now, I don't know how healthy Juwan Jennings is, but he's at least emotionally hurt with the contract stuff. Jacob Cowing, Jordan Watkins, there's no expectation that I've heard that he's playing in week one. He's a rookie. Robinson finally gets suspended today. It was kind of ridiculous that the NFL waited that long. The Jennings scenario is bizarre. Like, cutting Russell Gage, who I'm sure is just going to hang out at the Marriott for a day or two and then get signed again, either on the practice squad or the 53. But cutting him so that you can make a decision on Jacob Cowing later in the week onto what kind of IR designation you want to give him is weird. Like, the fact that you can't make a call today on a guy who has 4 NFL catches, and if you want to keep him or not, is bizarre. And the fact that I know that Tim Kawakami of the SF Standard suggested, and his suggestions usually come from a very high up place. He suggested that the Niners had been toying with the idea of putting Jennings on IR to somewhat call his bluff with the calf injury. The fact that they didn't do that today, and they're just like, well, we can still do that later. There's a lot of stuff that they're just saying out loud. Oh, we could just do this later. We can figure that out down the line. I mean, I guess you have more time before you kick off against the Seahawks, but it seems as if they're pushing a lot of decisions to, like, I don't know, kickoff.
Yeah. Kicking the can down the road might work unless Jake Moody's the one that's kicking it, in which case, good luck. But this may not be fair, but Juwan Jennings, what's your best guess of how that plays out, where it ends up?
I don't think anything changes from the situation that it stands right now. I think the 49ers are too afraid to put him on IR and lose him for 4 games at the minimum. And I think that Jennings is too prideful to get back into the fold and admit that this was all a ruse, which I don't think it truly is. I do think he has a calf injury. And when you have a calf injury, we watch the NBA playoffs, you have to be very judicious.
Yeah.
You have to be certain. And this is not a guy who has a step to lose. So the idea of risking an Achilles injury, I mean, that's the difference between him getting a very big deal next year and playing on the league minimum for the rest of his career. So I don't blame him for milking it, for all that it's worth. And I couldn't tell you the state of it. But my goodness, I don't expect them to be out there in week 1. And I don't know about week 2. But I also don't think that they're going to do anything to clear up a roster spot for anybody else, which tells you where they're at. They don't even have 53 NFL players. They're looking for them. They're going to be finding some dudes off the scrap heap today, and those guys are going to be backups in the NFL for this team going into the season. They learned no lessons from last year when it came to the stars and scrubs, because they are still a mile wide and an inch thick. And I just, how could you not have learned last year that you're going to need some better depth and then come in with this one?
Joined by Dieter Kurtenbach of San Jose Mercury News. Dieter, and I think me and Whitey feel that way on certain positions, but let me ask you, you cover this team on a daily basis. What are some of those positions that you could be seeing, guys coming off the scrap heap for the 49ers?
The positions that they've been making calls about like crazy. I mean, offensive line and defensive line. I know they kept a lot of guys, but that doesn't mean that they can't just cut them tomorrow, right? Like there's not some of these guys that they kept. I mean, they're just around. They couldn't make a call on it, but if somebody else were to make themselves available, I'm sure the Niners would sign them and drop this guy. And I think that some of the concern on particularly the offensive line, because you could argue they actually have a solidly deep defensive line. But the argument that you can make on offensive line is, if you cut a guy like Matt Hennessy, who, it's going to sound harsh, but like he brought me visceral anger watching his tape in the preseason. Like he's not good. He's not a good football player. And keeping him around I think they were afraid they would lose him to somebody else, but it's like, why do you care? He didn't do anything for you when he's played. Like, so just cut him and then you have a roster spot and you don't have to go through this dog and pony show with him. They were looking for offensive line. They were looking for defensive line. They're looking for wide receivers. They're looking for cornerbacks. They kept, 2 nickels in Chase Lucas and Upton Stout. That makes sense. Diamador Lenore and Renardo Green might be the best 1-2 in the NFL by the end of the season. And after that, it's Saran Neal, who they just threw at corner halfway through camp because they didn't know what else he would do besides be a great special teamer. And Darrell Luter, who kind of did everything in his power to not make this team this preseason, but they didn't really have any other good options, so they just kept him around. They've been looking for guys at those positions ad nauseum. They apparently couldn't strike any deals on it, but I imagine that those are the positions they're looking at: wide receiver, offensive line, defensive line, and corner. Those are the positions they're looking at to see if there's anybody they like on the scrap heap. And there's going to be a lot of roster movement, I imagine, in the next 48, 72 hours before this team starts to get ready in earnest for Seattle.
Well, we appreciate your time. We know you're very busy. Dieter Kurtenbach joining us. Before we let you go, I have one more totally unfair question to ask you, but just your best theory, your best guess. Why, since Kyle Shanahan has been here, have the 49ers been dealing with so many injuries so often through so many of these seasons?
I'm going to go with some sort of like a coven curse, or some sort of spiritual undertones here. It probably has something to do with the soccer fields next to the 49ers practice facility, and some sort of curse that a mom who's maybe a little bit too into horoscopes put on them back in the day. That's my best guess so far, because I think they have investigated, and it is not, in fact, a Native American burial ground. So we're working through anything now. If anyone is a Ghostbuster, I'm pretty sure the Niners would like to bring you out to the facility and maybe investigate a little bit. I've done all I can. It's well beyond my realm of comprehension.
And bless you for doing that, Dieter. We appreciate it.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything to get the answers here, boys.
We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Good. Bye.
Yeah. Dieter Kurtenbach, stunned, surprised, confused by the 49er roster moves.
Very first thing he said.
Yeah.
He skipped past the Allen Styles conversation. He was like, I'm puzzled.
Mm-hmm. So what the heck's going on? We'll see if we can answer that when we come back. Jay and Whitey, Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
When you stay in your home, what you love gets to stay too. From the gardens that grow wild to the grandkids that run wilder. From the Friday night baseball games to the Sunday morning brunches. Even the daily crosswords and weekly book clubs. There's room for it all with help from Home Instead, the largest in-home senior care network with over 30 years of trusted experience delivering the peace of mind you deserve. Visit Home Instead online for a better what's next.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Hey, Sacramento homeowners, imagine the coolest, most comfortable summer in 30 years, leaving air conditioning giants drowning in overstock. That's your golden ticket to massive savings right now at Sierra Pacific. We've forged powerhouse partnerships with the world's top manufacturers. They trust us for flawless installations, unbeatable service, and our massive reach across Sacramento to move their inventory fast. In return, exclusive, jaw-dropping discounts just for you. Upgrade your home with premium systems at rock-bottom prices, installed by the region's elite craftsmen, and backed by ironclad warranties and legendary support. Plus, snag huge tax credits and SMUD rebates to slash costs even further. This inventory clearing bonanza won't last. Seize it today. Call Sierra Pacific for your free in-home consultation and discover the perfect system for your ultimate comfort. Dial 916-638-0543 now or head to SierraPacificHome.com. Don't miss out. Your cooler, cozier home awaits.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air, the guys in the big red trucks.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated. Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief.
Listen to the 49er Rewind daily, brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be.
Save $10,500 off MSRP. Every Silverado half-ton 5.3 at Elk Grove Chevy. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the area. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MadeAChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer details. Excludes word trust and ZR2.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Luis Severino, out with that left oblique strain, has resumed playing catch, and his expected return is late August. Grant Holman, out with that strained right middle finger, expected return is TBD, but he has started gripping drills and is building toward a throwing progression. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call Downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call Downtown. Text Injury Help to 40222. That's Injury Help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, we got Kings talk today. We've got a lot of 49er talk because today was cut down day around the NFL, and the 49ers made some moves that have confused some people. Dieter Kurtenbach, just nice enough to join us from the San Jose Mercury News. He says he doesn't understand what they're doing. Looks like they kind of just kicked the can down the road. To that point here in the YouTube chat, Jared Williams says, I think they kept a bunch of linemen so they can cut them later for waiver pickups. And as far as the injuries, we asked Dieter Kurtenbach his opinion on his best theory on why the 49ers have been injured so much since Kyle Shanahan's been the coach. And he went straight to some kind of curse. Yeah, some kind of curse involved. What did he say? A soccer mom who's into astrology or something?
Something like that.
But Jared Williams says it's got to be the conditioning or the practice field, or, really could just come down to bad luck. It really could.
I'm pretty sure it involves about all 6 of those things at this point.
You're going even the curse?
Oh, absolutely. My father-in-law always says it's the Colin Kaepernick curse.
Oh, okay.
It's like, man, they did cap the 49ers are taking the burden of the league. And so I don't know. You just never know. It is something that the 49ers just can't shake. And I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Are you okay with all these linemen? With 10 offensive linemen, 11 defensive linemen on the 53-man roster as we speak, Jay?
I am, because to be completely honest, there's of the 10 offensive linemen, we could probably say 4 or 5 are like, okay, I could see them. And then on vice versa, same thing on the D line. You might even have less. We're like, okay, he's proven he's good. Not really. And so I think what Dieter is talking about, they hoarded the O-line, hoarded the D-line, and whoever comes out at, out the hosh posh, then we will play them.
You look at this 53-man roster as it sits right now, and okay, it's not terrible or anything. There's nothing glaring other than, there are some issues at wide receiver, but I think the problem is, Jay, it suggests that the 49ers still don't know about a number of these players that could play key roles. And offensive line has been a problem for the 49ers for many, many years. And it appears that one of the reasons they have 10 is not because these 10 are great, but appears to be more a matter of, we got like 4 or 5 of these guys, and we're not sure which ones we want to keep, which ones we want to let go. So let's just hang on to them for now.
I'm with you. I agree with that. And I would also throw in the fact that, and Dieter talked about it, they're banged up everywhere already.
Yeah.
So we don't even know who's going to be back. And that's the first time I'd really heard of anybody saying the calf could keep Juwan Jennings out week 1 or 2. And Dieter even said he doesn't expect Juwan Jennings to play week 1 versus Seattle. That's interesting. Because now, man, we're talking about no one on this team, no one has been proven as a wide receiver. I don't know, Whitey.
I just don't know what to believe about Juwan Jennings and his injury. And if he's not hurt, that's if he's negotiating now or he's playing that game, fine, okay, but it's on the 49ers and him. Obviously, they just got to get that resolved. At this point, it's time to, all right, what do we need to do here? This is what I want. This is what I need. All right, we can't do that. We're going to have to do something else. Rather than let it linger. It's actually starting to take a toll. And this is what they did with Ayuk, remember?
Yeah, but Ayuk definitely pressed it a different line. I think, Jennings said, okay, I'm not happy, but I'm going to come show up, where Ayuk was showing it.
Right.
He was showing that he was displeased.
Yes.
Where Jennings is, and it may have been the injury. We don't know if, like you said, we don't know if he's truly injured. I take it at face value. He is injured. I would never want anyone to claim to say, well, I'm injured, and they're not, unless you could prove it. I've got a broken bone in the knee or the leg, and we can see it's not, but calf, the back, the hamstring, the Achilles, things like that, you just really can't pinpoint. You have to kind of take what the player says, unless you see some inflammation or something of that. To the best of my knowledge, I could be wrong. Here comes all the doctors.
No, we don't know. You're right. And if he is legitimately injured, then I get it. It's like, okay, then they want him to get better. If it's not a legitimate injury, and this is part of, if it's a negotiating ploy, then I think the 49ers just need to get it resolved for the benefit of everybody.
Yeah, true. That's not their MO, though.
Doesn't seem to be.
Nope.
By By the way, Kyle Shanahan, there's an interesting interview that he did, I think Albert Breer, SI.com, and he talks about this upcoming season, and we'll talk more about it today. But what Kyle Shanahan admits is we're trying to kind of replenish the roster. The Rams did it successfully. Buffalo did it successfully, and we're doing it now. The rent came due, and we being the 49ers, had to say goodbye to a number of players, defensive players. We had to let them go. We didn't want to let them go. It's not like they were not good anymore. We just had to restructure, the salary cap and everything where we fit under the cap space we had, and we had to let guys go that we didn't want to let go. And we're trying to replenish, obviously, the defense with younger players. So if they can play better and better during the course of the year so that the young players are up to speed by November, December, maybe they have a shot at being a good team. If they don't, this is going to be a long year. And they're confident, but they don't know.
Yeah, I'll say this, Whitey. When you sit down and look at the roster, and I want to say Jennifer Lee Chan kind of speaking to this point, but she said it in a different form. I believe Jennifer said the 49ers have a lot of high-priced paid stars.
Yeah.
And a lot of young, unproven rookies, first year, second year people, bottom of the barrel pay that they're getting. They don't have a lot of in between. So when I sit down and I look at the roster,
that's what Dieter was talking about.
Yeah. But I'll spin it another way for you. They have a lot of top end, veteran, banged up talent.
Getting older.
And they have a bunch of people that we never heard of.
Yeah.
And when you really look at rosters, I use Zach Bond, who was an all-pro last year for the Eagles, who kind of came out of nowhere. But he's not getting paid like a George Kittle, a Brandon Ayuk, a Brock Purdy, top end of the league, a CMC, a use check. And he's not getting paid Jacob Cowing, Marcus Siegel, things like that. Something in the middle is void. And you can say not top end, you could say average talent. You can say above average talent. You could say middle of the road pay type of athlete. However you want to call it, they're missing a gap that a football team normally has. And no doubt, the Brock Purdy's, the CMCs, the George Kittles, the Brandon Ayuks, the Nick Bosa's, the Fred Warners, those guys are beasts. But man,
yeah,
when it comes to the 49ers, they're not even top heavy. They just have a lot of stars in a lot of places that are making a lot of money. When you say top heavy, I think of guys where it's just, and maybe they are. Maybe I'm talking myself into being top heavy.
They're a little bit top
They're a
heavy.
little bit. Yeah, because CMC, they have enough stars.
Trent
Williams.
And Purdy's going to be that next year.
Yeah,
They're
he
trying to get
definitely be
ahead.
top heavy.
They've had that luxury of having that quarterback that didn't make a lot of money, but that goes away next year.
So with that being said, I need Trent Williams to play 17 weeks. I need Juszczyk to be there for 17. I need CMC to be there for 17. I need Fred Warner to be there for 17, which he was. But I'm just saying, if you're going to be top heavy, those guys have to produce.
Yes.
The pressure is on those guys for sure to produce. And when they're not there, it rears its ugly head even more. I'd rather you be there and not produce than not be there at all. I don't know, man. And I told you this to peel back the curtain. I truly think this is a 10 and a 7 and 11 and 16, even with the week schedule. There's gonna be weeks. Trent's missing 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I know,
guaranteed.
That's why I laughed. You said 70 games.
I truly think CMC is gonna miss 3 or 4 weeks.
That's probably the plan.
He normally has done that, except for the last couple of seasons. Well, not last year, but the prior to that with the 49ers. You go back and look at his Carolina Panthers history, he's good for missing 3 to 6 games every season. Fred Warner coming off an ankle break, a broken ankle. Brandon Ayuk ain't going to play probably first 4 to 6 games. Juwan Jennings may miss a game or 2 now. Ooh-wee. That is a recipe for going 10 and 6.
Yeah, this year is probably more about trying to keep the Super Bowl window open than it is about actually getting to the Super Bowl. Obviously, you'd love to get Super Bowl and win it. The last couple of years, it's been all about getting there and winning it. This year's more about we just got to make sure we're still in position in the years to come to have a run at the Super Bowl. When we come back, taking a look at the upcoming NBA season, projecting which NBA teams will surprise, which will collapse in 26. Do the Kings factor in there anywhere? We'll find out next. Jay and Whitey today, Sacktown Sports.
The Allen Styles Show.
Somebody was talking about the Raiders and how good Derek Carr looked and how they wanted to do the sit him for a year thing, but it's just really hard when you got a Lamborghini in the garage and you want to test it out and drive the Lamborghini around. Who is the Lamborghini in the garage right now for the Kings? Is it Keon? Keegan can't be the Lamborghini. Keegan's playing.
You can listen to the Allen Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 49ers report, brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. The Niners finished preseason play on Saturday with a 30-23 win over San Diego. Curtis Robinson had a 32-yard interception return for the go-ahead touchdown, and Tariq Owens, son of Terrell Owens, caught a touchdown pass. The 49ers start for real a week from Sunday. They're in Seattle. Listen all season long to 49er football right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins. Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140.
They can't stop me from rapping, can they, huh? I spit it to the wire, man.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Oh, yeah. Rain, thunder in the air today, and love is in the air. You've heard about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Got to mention that because, you know, if Trace was here, we'd mention that. They're engaged now. But that's not the only sports love story that we have in the headlines today, Jay. Russell Westbrook, future Sacramento King. I don't know. Russell Westbrook and Nina Westbrook decided to run it back on their vows. With the NBA superstar and his wife holding a beautiful ceremony aboard a boat in Italy. So how about that? Russell and Nina Westbrook renewing their vows. And then have you seen on Instagram, Jay, the post of Russ working out on his yacht?
Yeah, I did. I did see.
Shots.
I did see. And shouts out to the Westbrook family. You know,
Yeah.
couple, absolutely, no doubt. Salute.
Mm-hmm. What is what marital advice would you have, Jay, for the Kelseys? I don't know if she's gonna, become doing.
Oh man, no.
Westbrooks have been married a long time. What kind of?
Where's Kyle when you need him? Because I'm about ready. This is the thing. it forces it is well. No, let me get this out the way.
Okay.
Congratulations to them.
Sure.
Congratulations. To
Absolutely.
them. Because love is hard to find. It truly is. And if you have conquered, if you have found love in another person, romantically for a relationship, then I salute anybody who has, man, because it is definitely hard to do and hard to find. Second part of it is man, this is gonna be shoved in front of our faces until they walk down the aisle. Right. It is. I mean,
and
you're
probably
not
a little bit after that too.
Yeah, you won't be able to escape this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I'm out.
I've just found I have a pretty easy time at just ignoring it. Like you say, it's fine. I'm just
Oh, yeah,
not
easy,
interested in it.
easy.
Just, okay, good for them. And I know it's everywhere. It's
move on.
prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost invasive in some ways on social media, but that's fine.
Sure.
A lot of people like that. I'm just good for them. It's not what I'm most interested in. So.
No, yeah. But the great part about it is you can, move to the left or move to the right. But unfortunately, the algorithms these days, it just forces you to see it one way or another. You turn on the television. I'm not a real big live television person. Most of the things that I watch are streamed and or already been recorded or something, and I watch them later. But this is going to be inevitable. You're not going to be able to get around this one way or another. It will be on every football network. It will be every single time he plays. Thankfully, I never watch the Chiefs unless the 49ers are playing them. There are teams, by the way, and we should do this. There are certain teams in the NFL I just refuse to watch. The Chiefs are one of them. I refuse to watch the Chiefs. I don't care if it's a Monday night, Sunday night, Saturday. I just can't rock with them.
Nothing against Jerry, our friend.
Can't
I
do
don't
it.
usually root for him, but I like to watch him.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Because their games matter typically.
Yeah, but they play one of the sorriest divisions in America.
Not this year.
Please.
Look out.
You better not hype yourself up.
Denver Broncos.
Yeah,
Super Bowl contenders.
Two of them teams might not even be 500 teams. Chargers and the Raiders.
Chargers will be, I think.
We'll
I don't
see.
know about the Raiders.
Chargers, I love Jim Harbaugh. I like the fact what he brings to the table. I'm not sold on their defense. They have a few names around there, but they're definitely lacking depth, just like the 49ers. And then on top of that, if you think the 49ers have a terrible wide receiving core, you probably should look up the Chargers too. They're neck and neck.
I think the Chargers and the Broncos are like an easy 10-7. Like that's
what?
Like we're talking floor.
Easy?
Especially
You think the
Denver.
Chargers floor is 10-7?
Denver. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I'm with you on Denver. I think Denver makes the playoffs again. You think the Chargers will go 11-6, 12-5?
I think they'll be at least 10-7 easy.
Oof.
We'll find out soon enough.
We definitely will.
Yeah. And those are big games. And I know the Chiefs usually get the better of the Chargers over the years, but they've had some big games. Are there any other teams in any other sports that you don't watch?
Oh yeah, for sure. Plenty. Yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I don't watch the Lakers. Rarely watch the I mean, it'd have to be a cold day.
I find, if I'm being honest, and I'll watch anything, Sunday, I turned on baseball, and it was the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't watch the Red Sox.
And the Yankees are a team I don't really enjoy watching.
Really?
And I'm not sure why. Sorry, Frankie.
Yeah. Can I put golf in there too? PGA, I don't
golf?
watch it. Yeah, I don't watch none of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, but
the sad thing is you might not get to watch college football this weekend if you're a YouTube subscriber.
Yeah.
Whether you want to or not.
Well,
That's
on
the sad
Fox, there's other networks. Come on now. I mean, yeah, for me, it's probably Cowboys, Lakers, Chiefs, Red Sox, Dodgers. Seeing if I'm missing anything. Any in the NFL, I'm just.
Well, you mentioned the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm just going across the NFL off the top of my mind.
Green Bay. That's a lot of teams you don't like to watch.
Yeah,
today.
Green Bay's okay. I could deal with it, I guess. If it's background noise.
Detroit.
Oh yeah, I got number love for Detroit. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They ain't won nothing ever. So how could you ever hate the Lions?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is that makes you not want to watch it.
Well, it's the Cowboys, first of all. The fact that you could sit up here and show some love to the Chiefs after they slapped around the 49ers a few times and you're happy to watch it just because Jerry Reynolds is a fan? Hell no.
That's not what I said.
Well, that's what I took.
I said I don't root for them, but I like to watch them because the games matter.
I like Andy Reid. The rest of them guys over there, I'm out.
Andy Reid used to coach at SF State.
He did, yeah. He's a Gator. Yeah. I gotta love Andy. You know, he comes from the tree of life, which is a Bill Walsh tree. So I like Andy Reid. Have always been a fan of Andy Reid. Eagles, even with the Chiefs, I just can't. You know what it is, and I'm like Draper. When the NFL continues to push one narrative, I'm off of it. I don't follow it. I just can't. I can't follow Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Like, I'm off of that.
Yeah.
That's just not me.
But they win.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But guess what? When it's all said and done, what are we watching? It's entertainment. So it doesn't entertain me. So I choose not to invest my time in that.
I'm with you on that, but I take the opposite approach. For example, the Cowboys. Cowboys get shoved down our throats, right? Every game, every year, every week. And I love watching the Cowboys flounder, and I laugh at it. And I know, you have a lot of Cowboy fans, nothing against Cowboy fans. Yeah, but I just love that fact that
wait.
Jerry Jones, I know some Cowboy fans that are good people.
Man,
I'm not going to hold that against them. I'm not going to say someone's a bad person just because they root for the Cowboys. Some of them can't help it. They're brought up that way.
Hey, well, you better change it up quick.
But I enjoy watching the Cowboys when they flounder and they lose and Jerry Jones can't figure it out. He has this new show out on Netflix, and I think I read this somewhere. One of the reasons he did it, he had to remind some people that they actually did win a Super Bowl too. Because if you're of a certain age, it's like, they ever actually win anything?
Right.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Now, if I were the 49ers to say the same, we could say the same thing about the 49ers.
Yes, but at least they've been to it more recently.
They're more prevalent. In the winning category,
they've been to a Super Bowl more recently than the Cowboys.
Okay. Cowboys they've been to the playoffs a handful. I'm not going to argue for the Cowboys. So I'm not even going to assume that position.
You are taking up the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm not going to assume that position.
You did say yesterday, and I agree with you, Dak could have a big bust out year.
Yeah, I think, bust out, but I think he's already busted out, Whitey. This dude was a top 5 MVP vote getter. I think
what was the term we used yesterday? Bounce back.
Bounce back. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to have a bounce back year for sure. I truly think if he's healthy, he will do decent things. I'm not sure what the Cowboys are about. I don't really know. What's your take on Cowboys this year?
I think it's going to be a rough sled.
Think it's going to be rough?
Especially with the Micah Parsons situation. They'll probably play well enough so that in November, it'll be, if they win these next 2 games and they have a shot at the wild card, but they'll end up, 8 and 9. Whatever.
You can see them around 8, 9, 9 and 8, 7 and 10.
Yeah.
They got at Philadelphia to start off. Man, that ticket right now, according to Ticketmaster, $518 the low. That's the opening night for Philadelphia Eagles at home, bouncing back from a Super Bowl. You got New York. You'll probably whoop up on them. At Chicago, interesting game. Against Green Bay, I'd probably take Green Bay. It's in Dallas, but you never know. At New York, the Jets, they'll win that. At Carolina, they should win that. Washington, I'll take the L. At Denver, give me the L for them. Arizona, tricky game. Tricky game. That's a Monday nighter. Kyle Williams, your guy, former Oakland Athletic. They play back-to-back Monday nights? Wait a minute. Yeah, they do. They play Monday, November 3rd, have a bye week, and then Monday against the Raiders.
The Cowboys do?
Yeah.
That's the Cowboys shoving it down our throats.
See what I'm saying? That ticket in Las Vegas, because, a lot of folks coming from Texas, the cheapest, $532, according to Ticketmaster.
You mentioned Kyler Murray. I saw an interesting piece today about Kyler Murray, and this was a poll. A bunch of Arizona fans were asked this question about Kyler Murray, and you could apply this to any quarterback. I think it's really an interesting way to look at quarterbacks. Is he, whatever quarterback you're talking about, in the case of this poll, it was Kyler Murray, is he, 1, is he a franchise quarterback? 2, on the right track? 3, have some doubts? Or 4, you're in trouble. Every team, I think, could look at their quarterback that way. It's like franchise quarterback, on the right track, have some doubts, or uh-oh. And where do you think Kyler Murray is? I think
in the middle.
have some doubts. I think might have gotten the most votes because, he hasn't had any postseason success.
No, yeah.
He's been there a long time. He's one of the most longest tenured quarterbacks certainly in Arizona Cardinal history, but he hadn't really done anything yet.
No, especially heading to the postseason.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're sneaky? What? Don't you think the Cardinals could be sneaky? Is that you or was that Kyle? I can't remember.
I don't know about Kyle, but I think they got
It could be sneaky.
In that division. It's funny. I was going to say, just like knee jerk, I was going to say the Rams and the 49ers. And after talking to Dieter and looking at the cuts today, and now after our discussion, I'm just having a hard time being as optimistic as I was yesterday about the 49ers.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'll get over it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, the
Bang,
Cardinals.
bang, Niner gang.
You know it. The Cardinals, let's see. Let's check the Cardinals out because they're a little shifty as well. Well, they start out with the easiest game in America, but it could be because it's week 1, Spencer Rattler.
That's right.
In New Orleans.
Right.
Okay. Maybe they'll spend a little time up and down the, the district. You have at New Orleans, Carolina, at San Francisco.
Big game.
Seattle, Tennessee, at the Colts, at home against Green Bay.
Jay, that game you mentioned, Arizona at San Francisco, if you're a 49er fan, that has to send chills down your spine. Josh Rosen went in to Levi's and beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
Remember last year what happened when they went in to Levi's? They beat the 49ers, came from behind to beat the 49ers. Weird things happen. Opening day, what was that, 2020? When they had all the fires and there was no one in the stands because of COVID and the 49ers. Yeah, and Arizona went in to Levi's and they beat the 49ers.
Well, the 49ers,
bad things happen.
The 49ers defense have problem with running quarterbacks, shifty, moving quarterbacks. We've seen it with Russell Wilson. We've seen it with Pat Mahomes, so on and so forth. They have a problem if a quarterback can get off their mark and get busy. Kyler has always done that against the 49ers. And he, for whatever reason, gives them problems. I'm not exactly sure. When you always look at the schedule, you kind of see Arizona. And what I normally do is I say they go 1-1. I always split Arizona games 1-1, just for the point at which you said. I truly believe Kyler Williams and the Cardinals give the 49ers issues offensively more than defensively. And for whatever reason, defensively, when you're playing the Cardinals, the 49ers don't play up to par. I have no reason, no clue why.
You know the great Lorenzo Neal?
Yep.
You know what he calls Kyler Murray?
What?
Calamari.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to get low nail on. Let me shoot you a quick text.
Just drove through his hometown of Lemoore.
Yeah, look at you. Man, I'm going to give him a shout here. So, Saints, Carolina, 49ers, Seattle. That's your first 4. Tennessee, Colts at Indianapolis, Green Bay, bye week at Dallas, at Seattle. So that back 5 is interesting because you got Tennessee, which you should win, at the Colts. I would say you should win.
I think they got some winnable games.
They got a lot of them.
Yes.
Green Bay at home, at Dallas, at Seattle. Then you play the Niners week 11 at Levi, Jacksonville at Tampa, against the Rams at Houston, the Falcons week 16, the week right before the 49ers play them, and then 17-18 at Cincinnati, the almighty Joe Burrow, and then at the Rams to end the season.
Yeah, stiffens up a little bit down the stretch maybe, but if they take care of their business in division, playoff time for Arizona.
Is that your
well, just
I've been trying to poke around to get your surprise team this year. You haven't let it out the bag yet. Okay. All right. Okay.
Working on it. Do you have one?
I do.
Okay.
I do. But no, when you reveal yours, I'll reveal mine.
Real quick here, let's take a quick look because they have this at ESPN.com today. Teams that may surprise in the NBA this year. What they did at ESPN.com was they assembled their panel of experts. They asked them a number of questions about the upcoming season. Team turnaround. Which teams will make a major leap in the NBA this year? They've got tied with the most votes. Again, this is just their panel voting. San Antonio and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Tied. San Antonio and Atlanta.
I can see both.
Second, Philadelphia.
I can see that too.
Third is Orlando.
I can see that.
Fourth is Minnesota, a team that Kyle Draper and I have already both said, they're going to have a down year. And then fifth, they have the Rockets. The Sixers are really interesting.
How much more could the Rockets get better?
Yeah,
on paper.
That's a good question. Well, I guess with Kevin Durant, maybe they're a 60-win team. Team turmoil. Which teams will take a tumble this season? The Philadelphia 76ers made both lists, Jay.
I can see it. They're
Really?
because they're like the 49ers. If they're healthy, they're definitely a top 3 seed in the East, especially with Boston and who's the other team? I'm canceling out Boston and who am I missing?
Indiana
and Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There you go. With those teams both being out, absolutely. Who knows what's going on in Milwaukee with Giannis? And as I said, Orlando seems to be going for it. The creme de la creme right now in the East has got to be the Knicks. It has to be,
yes,
on paper. So hence why Orlando and I think Atlanta are, trying to bust a move. But I think Philadelphia, if they're healthy, if Ty Maxey plays and PG-13 plays, even if Embiid plays half the games, I truly think they'll make a move.
Yeah, there's some people, I'm not saying I agree with them yet. I haven't decided. There's some NBA observers who think because of the chaos in the East that you just described it, Toronto might actually be a top 16.
Yeah, those people should get their eyes checked.
The Toronto Raptors.
Lens Crafters.
Team turmoil. Which team will take a tumble this season? Going from 5th to 1st, Indiana. Actually, it's 6th to 1st. 6th, Indiana. Philadelphia's on that list as well. Boston and the Suns are tied. How could the Suns take a tumble? They're terrible already. The Lakers are 2nd and the Bucks are 1st, according to ESPN's panel of experts.
Okay.
Teams most likely to take a tumble this year.
Sure. Philadelphia. Let me ask you something. What if Embiid plays a quarter of the games, but PG-13 and Ty Maxey play 75, 80?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say?
If Joel Embiid is healthy and plays, 75% of the season, they're going to be, I think, a top 6 team in the East. And then if you throw in maybe Paul George as well, continues to, if he is on the mend and plays well, they got a shot. But it's just history tells us, I have nothing against Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't do that.
Yeah, but okay.
And I know they did surgery, and my understanding is, but I'm apologize for interrupting, Jay, but it's a key point before we move on. My understanding is doctors feel like, the knee should be repaired and he should be good to go once he recovers. But I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think Embiid plays 50 games. So let's just say Embiid plays 30 games, but PG and Ty play majority of the game, 80%, 85%. Are they still a top 6 team to you?
No, but they'd be a playing team. But there's also those questions about Paul George. I'm not sure about Atlanta. And Atlanta last year, I thought they would be a surprise team. They really weren't. I mean, they did make the play-in, but they weren't really. You can say, wow, that was great, surprise team. But now that they have Porzingis and they have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, some people are looking at that team, Atlanta, and going, whoa, look out. I don't know that I'm with them. I'm open to that, but I'm not seeing it. Orlando's a team. I look at Orlando and I go, oh, that team's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm on the Atlanta bandwagon. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be a top 4 team in the East next year. I truly do. I like Dyson Daniels. I like Alexander Walker. I think Porzingis will play half the games, but I liked what Trae Young brought to the table last year, throwing up 20 and 11, leading the league in assists. I truly think they're going to be good, and bringing it together. I think they're going to be without Boston, without Indianapolis. I truly put them on the second tier when it comes to the East with them in Orlando. I really do.
The Kings did not show up in any of these questions that ESPN asked their panelists. Mike Brown did show up in the question of who's most likely to be coach of the year. I think he was 4th. He was on the list. He wasn't first, but he was on there. And how about this? Next superstar to request a trade, that's like ESPN's bread and butter. That's what the whole network's about. Who won the game? Who cares? Who's asking for a trade? They have in order. Zion got the most votes. That's Zion won. Giannis 2nd. LeBron, Ja, and Trae Young each got 1 vote. So there are still some people out there, ESPN chief among them, that are hoping that Giannis asks out. And I just saw a story last week or so about the Warriors and LeBron. Maybe it was over the weekend. And according to reports, the Warriors have let the Lakers know and LeBron's people know, hey, if he ever wants out, we'd love to have him here.
Call us.
Yeah, they're not going to give up on that. It's not going to happen.
Man,
But there's any way for them to reunite, or not reunite, but unite LeBron and Steph. Joe Lacob's interested, Jay.
Not scared to spend the money. One thing I got to give Joe Lacob is he clowns all these general armchair GMs, man, because one thing Joe Lacob's going to do, he don't give a damn what people talk about. Well, man, if you sign this person in that, I'm going to spend the money to win the championship. I got nothing but love for Joe Lacob on that position, minus the fact that he's a Warrior. But yeah, it's all good.
Will we get a different champion for the 8th straight season? Yes, 15. No, 11. Of course we.
Who's the leader? Who's the leader in the clubhouse right now? August 25th, 6th, August 26th, right? August 26th. If you had to put the Whitey Gleason mojo on it, who's the champion next year?
You know, obviously the most obvious answer is the current champions, but it doesn't really work out that way. It's tough to repeat.
Right.
I'd go Denver.
Ooh.
If I had to right now.
Right now.
Yes.
That's because you got your boy Cam Johnson.
There you go. Now we're talking. I think Michael Porter out.
Yeah.
I know he's made some big shots for them. I think that's a potential plus. Cam Johnson in for him if he's healthy. Ooh, I like the look.
Dare I say?
Back. How about you?
The New York Knicks.
I
think the New York Knicks are the leader in the clubhouse. Yeah, I like it. I think the gauntlet for OKC, and it not like it was that big of a difference from last year, but the gauntlet from OKC and the fellas still being just a little young, I'm going to give it to the Knicks. And I truly think the Knicks understand this may be their last go around with the team kind of compromised the way it is, or composed, the way it is. You know, the Cats and the Mikal Bridges and, I think they're going to go all out. I mean, they're even in the Malik Beasley sweepstakes. How much money do they want to spend over there with the Knicks?
Man, I don't know why anybody would want to hitch their wagons to Malik Beasley. I know he's a shooter, and I don't know what happened, and bless him, and I hope everything's fine. But, man, Jay, I just wouldn't want to get mixed up in that.
Yeah, not for.
I'm glad for him. The league says we're not investigating him. All right, good. I mean, we've all seen the videos. Do we want to bring in Malik Beasley? No. No, I don't think we do.
Yeah. I mean, does his numbers dwarf what you're going to have to intake when it comes to PR and the mess? No, I don't think so. If he was, we had this conversation last year. If he was Miles Bridges 20 and 10, then I think you have that conversation. At least it warrants a conversation. But no, I'm with you. I'm out.
Yeah,
because you're gonna get hit with so many punches from left and right, and he's gonna have to walk a fine line the next season.
Let's say he misses a free throw at the end of the game and you lose, and the point spread is affected. And maybe he was not even aware of it, but everything you'll have to deal with. Is it worth it? I don't think so. So how about it, Jay? If you had to pick right now, these are non-binding. We have the right to alter these. Sacramento Kings right now, playoffs, play in. Play out.
Play in.
So top 10?
Play in, yeah. I think they're right where they were last year. I truly do. I think the West has improved way too much. And even with the Minnesotas maybe taking a step back is what, 8th, 9th place for them? They finished 7th, if I'm not mistaken, last year, right? They were a play-in team, weren't they?
Who are we talking
Minnesota.
about? Minnesota.
Minnesota's a play-in team.
Yeah.
So I believe they finished 7th. If they take a step back is what, to 9th, 8th, 9th. So
ESPN experts
say they're gonna take a step back, right?
No, they say they're gonna take a step
up.
forward.
Okay, I thought they were gonna take a step back.
A number of them. Yeah. It's Draper and I that said we expect them to take a step back.
Okay. Yeah. So
who are you gonna trust? ESPN experts or me and Draper?
You and Draper.
Thank you.
I mean, who
That's
else
the right
are you
answer.
talking about? Tim McMenamin over there, friend of the show. Yeah, Anthony Slater. Friend of the show. I'm not going to trust him. I'm going to trust you guys.
Thank you.
No, we got love for Ant and Tim. The Kings have the look of a playing team. August 26th, unless something else changes and or we see it on the court. I'm going to say play in. How about yourself?
I'll say play in.
Play in. Well, you're saying that like you
That's
don't want to say that. The tone I did.
I'll say play in.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
We got a lot of time to sort this out and a lot of things to figure out before we actually have to make these.
Say that one more time.
Predictions.
Let me hear how you say
I'll
it.
say play in.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll come back with a look at the dispute that could actually jeopardize week 1 of the college football season for YouTube subscribers. Maybe the NFL season too. It's all next with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Good for him. Remember the 209 Dave? What if you turn this into his bit into a bit? Continue to pretend like you don't know. I don't hate that.
No, Kyle's gonna narc on us.
Yeah, he will. Kyle's a narc.
What a narc.
You know how you know he's a narc?
How?
Those pants. Could that be our new promo, please, instead of Weird Media?
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. And while skies should be clearing, we still may see a stray shower overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Expect to have mostly clear skies with temperatures starting off in the 60s and warming into the lower 90s for your Wednesday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Elk Grove Honda is proud of Honda's lineup of trucks and SUVs offering compatibility and versatility to the core. See the exciting new models at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The clock is ticking, and Rivercats baseball season is almost over. Catch the final games of the 2025 season with brand new giveaways, prime matchups, and the energy of Sutter Health Park. Whether it's a weekend game with friends or a fun evening out, the Rivercats have you covered. Get your tickets at rivercats.com and enjoy the final days of Rivercats baseball.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Around here, the summer can smack you silly, especially if your AC is not functioning at a high level. Whitey Gleason here. I had the opposite problem over the winter. System went down. It was panic time, but Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating saved the day. Let them save you from unnecessary summer misery. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, reliable, trustworthy. They do great work. They've won awards for their service. Check the reviews at leesair.com. Find out about their $99 HVAC tune-up service. Save your summer now. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating on the web at leesair.com. License number 635355.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
For this world to stop painting, can't find a good
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Just got an interesting text from Kyle Ledbetter, who's on with Alan Stiles, of course. And he points out, Jay, and I'm going to point out as well, the 49ers have a golden opportunity here. When you look at the players who have been waived or released today, we know that Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice's son, is let go by the Chargers, so available. Tariq Owens, the 49ers let him go, even though he got a touchdown pass against Brendan Rice and the Chargers last week, so he's available. And the Buffalo Bills have let go of, let's see, what's the exact term? They have waived Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah.
Hello, John Lynch. Don't hurt the market a little bit, right?
It doesn't.
You could get Jerry Rice's son, you get Terrell Owens' son, and you get Frank Gore Jr. on your roster.
Practice squad it.
Yeah.
That'd be a heck of a practice squad names.
Mm-hmm. And you said you'd get a Brendan Rice jersey?
Absolutely. I get a three-way joint. Gore, Rice, Owens. Somebody needs to pay attention to that over there at Levi Stadium. You're right. Santa Clara. They slipping.
That's got to be really hard to be the son of a famous player and be, you got to be really good to get as far as they've got.
Yeah, definitely.
And you look up at their dad's like, oh, man, you're nowhere near. You have no chance, right?
All Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
All Hall of Famers, 100%. Yeah, I can only imagine the pressure that some of those children, young guns are facing. T.O. son, Jerry Rice son, Frank Gore son, LeBron, guys like that. Can only imagine.
I remember reading a story about Ted Williams' son, John. What was his name? Anyway, I think it's in that. Didn't I loan you that?
John
book?
Henry.
Yeah, John Henry. And he ended up going to some, I don't even know if he'd played much baseball, but he's like, I'm Ted Williams' son, so I'm a great hitter. And he goes to some college, and I think it was a small college, and they've got like the JV at one end, and they got the varsity. And he walks up with the varsity, like, I'm here. And the manager, the coach is like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You don't belong here.
Come on, man.
You belong down there.
Well, I have a seat.
Yeah, but he thought, but I'm Ted Williams' son. So clearly I'm on the varsity.
You know who, God rest his soul, Pete Rose's son. I had heard, he was in the minors for a long time.
I have a vague memory of that, yeah.
I remember a lot of folks that I had come across and spoke to was like, man, he was entitled. And the fact, I'm Pete Rose's son.
Yeah, really?
But he was in the minors for a while, to the best of my knowledge. So he must have been doing something okay.
Yeah. And then you've got the opposite side, like Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey was a really good player.
Yes.
And we were talking about the Mannings earlier. That's incredible.
Yes, Bonds.
Yeah.
Bobby Bonds was a heck of a ball player.
Was.
And then his son is like, oh, yeah, that's over. Don't worry about that. There are definite, the Matthews family. There's so
Clay
many
Matthews
of them.
and,
So
Bruce
many of those guys. Bruce and Clay. And but you see it. You see sons, you see family members who, are good. Like you said, to even get to the point of being on a practice squad or, training camp as a professional football player, that says something. That means you put on a jersey. Now, flip side of that, some kids who just, pops. Like, I'm trying to think, have I ever interviewed Ken Griffey Jr.? If I have, I can't remember. So I'm going to say no, because I would have remembered. You have?
I have not.
You have not? And at what point did you was like, yeah, Dad, I'm better than you? Like, wouldn't that be interesting? Barry, when did you know you were better than your dad?
I remember on this station maybe around 2000 and something, talking to Michael Thompson and asking him about his two boys. It was Trace and Clay, and they were I don't even know if they're in high school yet.
Okay.
Like, hey, can they beat you 1-on-1 yet? He's like, oh, I think he said something like, the one can shoot pretty well. The one gives you a little bit of a problem, but no, they can't. They can't beat me yet. And we had no idea, who they're going to end up being.
Clay Thompson, Trace Thompson,
yeah.
both in the league.
Yeah.
A lot of people give LeVar Ball so much smoke, but all kidding aside, to get all three of your children to play professional basketball,
and to provide for them.
Yeah, that's saying a lot, man. That is saying a lot.
Yeah. The guy who made that point to me and really drove it home for me was Wayne Bryan, whose sons are the Bryan brothers, and they're great doubles
players.
Team. Yeah. And he did a lot here with the Capitals, and I got to know him a little bit, and I was talking to him once and asked him about LeVar, and he said just what you said, Jay. It's like, hold on. This is a father who's provided for his children, and his children are very successful. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's okay to have a little bravado about yourself, man.
Yeah.
Look, 3 of your sons made it to the NBA in some form or fashion. That is amazing.
Now, Jay, are you caught up in this whole YouTube Fox dispute?
Yes, I am. I am. I have YouTube TV.
YouTube TV and Fox in a tense contract dispute, threatening potentially to black out Fox channels for millions of subscribers. Deadline, and you may know more about this than I do, Jason.
August 27th?
Immediately affected. Yeah. Yes. Putting a number of key college and NFL games, including Texas, Ohio State, at risk. Do you know what you will get, according to Fox? Actually, YouTube says if Fox becomes unavailable for an extended period of time, you will get something. You know what you get?
I do not.
A $10 credit.
Give me that paper.
Now, what an extended period of time is, I don't know.
What does that mean? Yeah.
And I read somewhere that Fox also has recently come out with their own streaming service, and they have a free 1 week sample of that you could sign up for. So yeah, and I'll try to get more details for you on that. It looks to me like maybe they would say if this didn't get resolved, that Fox would go, oh, sign up for our free preview, and then you can cancel it.
Nah.
And then they know that a lot of people are not going to
forget
cancel
it.
And then
Getting whooped on the back end. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not signing up for anything new. Not at this point. I will be. Let me tell you, if I don't get to see, which there's ways around it, but there's no way I'm not going to watch UT versus Ohio State. Like, get out of here. That'll be on regular television, though. So you could, push come to shove, you could hook up some rabbit ears and figure that out.
That's one of the things this piece in the Sporting News mentions. Hook up the rabbit ears.
Put the rabbit ears up, baby.
Yeah.
A little tin foil. Never hurt nobody. But I will say this, because we get the 49er games here on Fox. Pretty much on Fox every single weekend.
Yep.
Could you imagine this thing go 8 weeks? And people aren't able to see 49ers.
I could. I don't have YouTube TV, so I don't care.
You don't care. You don't give a you care.
No,
less.
I care about you, Jay.
Man, it would be
right.
Whoo, I would literally drop YouTube TV.
Yeah,
I don't really watch YouTube. I don't really, as I say, watch live television unless it's sports for the most part. So that's all I really have YouTube TV for.
Yeah,
to the best of my knowledge.
Fox and YouTube, they're both accusing the other of being unreasonable.
Of course.
What they're asking for is not fair market price. Yeah. YouTube TV's working on it, Jay. They're working on it.
And they're probably literally arguing over $3 a pop, which would amount to something crazy, but it's probably $2, $3, $4. Like, they need the money.
They'll get it figured out.
YouTube don't need the money.
I know.
They definitely don't need the money.
They'll get it all worked out. You'll be fine. This time tomorrow we'll be talking about, hey, that's great. It's resolved. Right?
I don't know.
Positive thinking. Power of positive thinking.
Sure, I guess.
And if not, if you miss the whole NFL season, you get $10
a month.
I don't know.
Is it a month or just a one-time fee?
It might just one time.
Oh, I'd be out of YouTube TV way before that, champ. Let me tell
Merry
you.
Christmas. Here's $10.
Yeah, I'll be out of there, brother.
Sorry you missed the NFL season.
No, man. Honestly, that's the only reason why I have YouTube TV is to watch sports. For the most part, I know my daughter don't really watch it. My wife might, here and there. I see her pop on YouTube TV, but really it's about live sports, live sporting events. So that's all I'm watching it for. If we get to about week 4 and they ain't got, I'm cut.
Yeah.
Peace out.
We'll get it settled for you.
Thank you.
I mean, Kyle
that.
Draper, a big hitter in the TV industry. If we
Absolutely.
have to, we'll bring him in.
I'll send some big shoes to get over there and take care of.
Absolutely. Don't worry about a thing. We gotcha.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll look at a baseball crowd that was very small last night that's making big news in baseball. It had nothing to do with anything related to Sacramento. We'll look at that next on Sacktown Sports.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Smud Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The Drive Guys.
I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in. I'm a
We're
team
starting
player.
to get used to it.
I'm
and
a
not
team.
having you, actually.
I mean, I actually felt bad for Jay too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours. And I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what though? I missed you the other night.
You can listen to The Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Labor Day savings are on at Elk Grove Chevy with $10,500 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter after all rebates. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,500 off new Silverado exclusively at the Elk Grove Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MegaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work truck and DR2. Not trading 2011 Chevy car truck. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Meda. Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, Our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Three white ho, I'm a giant in my city like 354. Shout out to the homies repping 354.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Cutdown day in the NFL, and Jay and I were talking earlier off the air that it doesn't seem like there have been a lot of the big names that are available this year compared to past years. Maybe that was on the air. I apologize. But, it seems like traditionally there's somebody out there like, whoa, so-and-so got waived or released. How about that? And this year doesn't seem like any big names, Jay, are cut loose. We know that Shedeur Sanders made the Browns roster. We should hope so. He will open as QB3. Coach Schottenheimer with the Cowboys says Micah Parsons will need a ramp up if they get things settled with him contract-wise before the season starts. A lot of people who know Jerry Jones better than I ever hope to know Jerry Jones, they suggest this is kind of Jerry's way. They'll get something done last minute.
Next week.
He'll settle things last minute. But Marquez Valdez-Scantling let go by, was that Seattle let him go? Anyway, some 49er fans have thought maybe the 49ers would be interested there. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know, Jay. No real earth-shaking cuts today.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm with you. I haven't really seen too many names that interest me. None of them. I saw was it Don Skipper, that is Detroit Lions offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people talked about him. 49ers should take a look at him. It kind of blew off. It was a surprise that he was let go by the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
But really, besides that, there's not too many, as you said, there's really no name where it's like, oh man, okay, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Normally you have a couple of big name guys, but not this year, not today at least.
Yeah, and catching up on what the 49ers did, they kept a lot of linemen and they can still make moves. But it's 10 offensive linemen and 11 defensive linemen.
Yes, sir.
And that's the most they've had at this point of the season in either room since Kyle Shanahan took over. So Dieter Kurtenbach was nice enough to join us from San Jose Mercury News. He says it just seems like they haven't decided on some of these guys, so we're just going to keep them and let things sort themselves out.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Thomas Morstead. He tweeted, "Relax," with
the punter that got waived.
Yes, that got waived by the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted, "Relax," and then David Lombardi. This was obviously a procedural move, which it sounds like he'll be back in. If not, we ain't gonna have no punter, but he'll be back into the fold probably within the next 48 hours.
Yeah. Here's a name you may not know, but some people are raising eyebrows at this. Cole Strange is among the Patriots cuts. Cole Strange was a 2022 first-round pick. He was picked by Bill Belichick. He was a surprise 29th overall pick in 2022, and the Patriots have seen enough, Jack.
So he's out of there, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has been.
We're digging deep.
Yeah.
We're digging deep if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. So that's where all that is. Interesting story today in baseball. And don't, before you tune out baseball. No, I think this is interesting, and it relates to Sacramento, although the story has nothing to do with anything that happened in Sacramento. We've talked a lot. I've talked a lot about the attendance numbers in Sacramento, and I think officially that 8-something again last night. Langoliers hit a grand slam off Tarek Skubal, big win for the A's. But last night, the Cardinals beat the Pirates, and it was a walk-off win. The Cardinals are not doing very well. They're 65-67. But I mention this because Monday's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, this is Busch Stadium 3, 17,675. If you look at the pictures, Jay, I look at the pictures, I say, there's no way there's that many people there. That's the lowest crowd count for them since that ballpark opened in 2006.
I was going to say, that's interesting because normally the Cardinals, they get it rocking over there.
Yes.
They don't have, it is a hotbed for baseball in
Yes.
St. Louis.
Yes.
So 17K, well, look, you're putting out that type of product, gets people to say, and we're in a point, and I say this consistently on our show, and I make sure I drive it home because you just never know who's listening. We are in a very difficult situation when it comes to financial means in society right now. When you see the who's who, the 1%ers counting their checks, counting their money, then you know what time it is. People aren't spending their money on nonsense like that. It's not happening right now. I'm not going to see a squad that's dead on arrival. They're DOA.
Worse than I did before I went to watch.
Right, very true.
What am I spending money for?
Which is, it's just part of it. But normally the Cardinals do fantastic. They draw well.
I think this is their lowest crowd since like 1997. But yeah, they had the tickets sold was announced at 17,675. If you get a chance, Jay, look it up. If not, fine.
Okay.
But you look at it, it's like that. There's not 17.
Where are you going with it?
Yeah,
5,000. More than that.
There certainly ain't 10 in there. It depends on when that was taken, but during the game, you can see they may have sold 17,675, but maybe 9 showed up. I don't know. So my point is, we sometimes Sacramento gets criticized for the smaller crowds, although that really hasn't happened.
No.
We've gotten to that point of 8, assuming the numbers are accurate, and just kind of stayed there.
Yeah. I don't think Sacramento's getting bulldozed for how many people pulling up to the game.
I think some have suggested that, and especially earlier in the year, that there should have been more. And didn't the mayor come on this station, on this show last week and encourage people to come out to the ball yard, support Sacramento?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty much right there.
But he also said that the A's didn't do no favors by,
right,
assisting us and putting in your name. And he was like, look, I've pitched. We want to be something. You can at least throw us in there. And if I'm not mistaken, he said, you go to the 4-letter network and you hit up the box score and it just says athletics there. It's like, I'm not down with that. So
that's why we're going to accept his wiffle ball challenge.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very, very, very true. So I know it's been on your radar. It's definitely been on some of the local media's radar. I don't necessarily know if that's the story this year after so many things have happened. Of course, it was in the forefront in the beginning of the season because it was like, oh, well, you're going to Sacramento. Can you guys pack it out 14,000, 15,000, every single night? And will they? And, all these different atmospheres. I think we've kind of come to a conclusion to this. 3 things. No one likes John Fisher, so no one wants to support him. Number 2, Sacramento feels some type of way. The city, the people, the patrons, the people, the money, however you want to point to who Sacramento is, we feel some kind of way that the team didn't put a Sacramento, a capital, or something on it. And the third part of it is there are going to be fans of the Athletics, no matter who, what, where, and why. I think those 3 things have been understood this year. I truly get the Whitey Gleasons, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Matt Georges, the Chris Biedermans, the guys like that, people like yourself who've been intertwined into how many people come to the stadium every single day. I truly think the story has taken a right or a left, depending on who you ask, in the form of, yeah, there's multiple reasons why things have happened the way they are. And I think there are bigger stories to the table right now. I don't know, what we will end up with average, but I think, as you said, 8, 9, 10,000, wherever you want to put it. I'm not sure that's really going to be the storyline of the end of the year.
All I'm saying is, when you look at that in St. Louis, part of the thing to keep in mind when we look at attendance here, when it's all said and done, it's not just John Fisher in Sacramento, and they didn't say they're Sacramento. That's part of it, a big part of it. But it's also baseball.
Yes.
And I love baseball.
Yes.
But when they got I don't know how many people are there. It's a very small crowd, smallest crowd they've ever had. I think the numbers are a little inflated. When they have that in St. Louis, then you got to also realize, and it's this time of year too, but it's baseball. Baseball has some issues.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
And part of it is you putting out a weak team too.
Yeah.
A weak product.
Meanwhile, the A's 2026 schedule came out today. It includes both a slap and some sugar for Sacramento. We'll look at that when we come back. Sacktown Sports.
I'm Ken
This
Korak
is the
with
story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, and let me tell you about the great deals they have going on right now. You can receive up to $9,500 in bonus cash when you lease select models. Not interested in a lease? How about a certified pre-owned vehicle? That's right. They have low rates for up to 36 months, or maybe you're looking to buy brand new. Well, they got you covered when it comes to that as well. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle, well, check out their deals on e-Sprinters. Take it from me. I'm now rolling in the finest ride I've ever had. I'm driving the all-new electric EQS SUV. I don't have to worry about filling my tank at all. It's a long-range vehicle, and not only do I love it, my family loves it as well. So take it from me, Kyle Draper. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is where you want to go to buy your new vehicle. They believe that when you buy the finest car in the world, you deserve the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5 or online anytime at mbfstockton.com.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief. I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. One of the cool sidebar stories to the A's Hall of Fame induction ceremony before the A's play the Reds on September 13th will be the appearance of Reds manager Tito Francona. Francona was the A's bench coach back in 2003 when inductees Hudson, Mulder, and Zito led the A's to the postseason.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby.
Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Yes, Jay and Whitey today. We got you covered at Sacktown Sports 1140. On X, for example, here's a poll, Sacktown Sports 1140 poll. How will you answer this one, Jay? Who will play the most backup power forward minutes for Sacramento in 2025-26? Your choices, Isaac Jones, Dario Saric, Maxime Moreno, or other comment?
Other.
Who's your comment? Do you have a comment on it?
Trey Lyles.
Okay. Other is 3%. Maxime Moreno is at 24%. Dario Saric at 5%. And my answer, Isaac Jones, 68%.
Ooh.
Kings fans have spoken.
IJ stepping up,
That's who they want to see
Okay.
playing those backup minutes at power forward.
What if Trey Lyles is on this team? Where do you sit?
I'd just given up on that. You really think there's a chance of that?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Then yeah, definitely he should be getting a lot of minutes. But I'd just as soon let a younger player see what he could do there.
Sure.
Just because I think it's part of the development of the roster. Nothing against Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles has been pretty solid for the Kings.
He is. I think the Kings, they could just be going into the season, but I think they got one more move. And as much as people want it to be the Kuminga,
yeah,
I think they need a little more veteran leadership somewhere in there.
I am not one of those people, by the way.
Kuminga?
You said a lot of people want it to be Kuminga.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
Not one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still up in the air. I'll take them if it's available and it makes sense, but I'm not bending over backwards to take them.
Yeah. And for the record, you brought up Kuminga today.
I did.
And that's okay.
Just crazy.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'll be my one and only this week.
Uh-huh.
Last week we had to we didn't have to, but we did talk about something. And thankfully HT was here and I could just cut my mic off. It's like, man, there's nothing to that. We are, when it comes to the King season, we are in a holding pattern. Until something moves, I'll reserve judgment.
All right. I got to share some with you here on the Kings, and we'll get to the A schedule.
Okay.
Might not get to that till the bottom of the hour.
Okay.
But there's some interesting stuff going on with the A schedule. As we said, as you may already know, you can check on that at sacktownsports.com. And I think baseball in the A's gave Sacramento a little slap and also a little sugar. But we'll get to that. Here's the thing that concerns me when we talk about the Kings and the direction of the franchise. It seems to me that the Kings right now, they have interest in Russell Westbrook. That's been documented. And according to reports, nobody else really wants him. Okay. The Kings have interest in Jonathan Kuminga. And based on the reports, again, these are not necessarily 100% accurate, but according to reports, the only other team to make an offer for Jonathan Kuminga were the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns don't have a great track record in recent years of making great personnel decisions, okay? You go back to the trade deadline, and the Kings traded for Zach LaVine, who was having a great year, and there was some interest in Zach LaVine last season, some where in previous years it looked like there was virtually no interest in Zach LaVine because of his injury issues and his contract. Last year he had a good year, so there was some interest. Doesn't appear that there was a lot, but the Kings not only pursued him, they got him. And then last summer, we know the Kings went out and they got DeMar DeRozan. And I don't know that there was a lot of interest in DeMar DeRozan. Apparently there was some. I think at the time Miami supposedly had some interest. So it bothers me, Jay, to look at it in the last, 14 months. The Kings have a habit of going after vigorously and in some cases actually landing players that nobody else wants. And that's a little, to me, it's a little unsettling. It's a pattern. One or two guys, yeah, all right, they like this guy. They like that guy. They like what this guy has to offer. They like his fit. But it's becoming a pattern, and it's a little concerning to me.
Let me ask you this. I hear where you're going, but is there a certain, and it sounds terrible the way I'm going to say it, but it may have a little validity to it in the form of, we always hear NBA circles, and you can include whoever you want to in them circle, fans, insiders, reporters, say the Kings can't go grab, sign a big name free agent because it's Sacramento. So are the Kings not able to go to the ocean? Or they rather do they have to play within the lake? And so when you're playing within the lake, you're not in the Giannis sweepstakes.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the Jalen Brunson sweepstakes. You're in the Zach LaVines, the DeMar DeRozans, the Kuminga, the B squad, the C squad. Do you think the Kings operate within those parameters? Because, well, who wouldn't want Kevin Durant? But Kevin Durant ain't coming to Sacramento.
Right.
So do we not hear the fact that the Kings picked up the phone and called Phoenix to say, hey, we would love to try to get KD, and KD and his representation said, come on, man, stop playing around.
Right.
So is it the fact that they're not trying to get those people, or is it the fact that those people, what we've consistently heard, don't want to come here?
Okay, I see what you're saying. And I don't know whether the Kings have pursued other players as well.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I would hope.
Yeah, sure. But I'm saying they do have in recent months a pattern of going after players that other teams don't seem to want. And Russell Westbrook, he could come here. Maybe it works out great. To me, there's questions of the fit. We don't know. That's my opinion. Jonathan Kuminga, will they get him? Probably not. Maybe they're trying. I think you can look at that and go, and we've had people on the show, guests who've talked about it. Anthony Slater, I believe, for example, who said, well, I don't know about the fit there. Well, Law Murray said, I think it's a terrible fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When they went out and got DeMar DeRozan and brought him in, a lot of people, more nationally than locally, I think some people locally, I didn't say it, I admit, but a lot of people nationally said, don't know about the fit.
Right.
And I know I was one of the people that said, no, this is great. Well, the fit was an issue. And Zach LaVine, when they got him, the fit was an issue last year. Now, you can still work these things out. But to me, it's a little disconcerting that the Kings have this habit of going out, getting guys that other teams don't want, that don't fit what you're doing. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope this isn't some pattern. Maybe it's a matter of individually. No, at that time, that guy was available and the Kings thought he fit with what they were doing. I hope that's the case, because if this is a pattern, we got a problem. So it's just something I'm keeping an eye on going forward.
I can see both sides. I understand what you're saying. I would say this. I think in the DeMar DeRozan sweepstakes, there were other teams. I truly believe his party, the Goodwin brothers, say, look, he wants to play closer to California. He wants to be closer to LA. So that put things off.
I heard of some other teams that were interested. To
Yeah,
your point.
definitely.
Yeah.
And then
Not a lot.
not a lot. Yeah. But on the flip side, I also think Kuminga and his representation and just the market has kind of squared Kuminga away in the form of, yeah, we're going to kind of stay away from him right now. We'll see down the road, trade deadline. I would be interested, and I hope it plays out this way. Kuminga signs the one for what, 7.9 or 7.7 or whatever it is, qualifying offer, and plays out, and then free agent pops up next year. That would give us our answer with Kuminga. We'll see how many teams will be in on Kuminga.
You're right.
But I definitely understand where you're coming from. There is and that's why I asked you the question, do you think the Kings are playing within their own pool? Because you'd be an absolute fool not to pick up the phone and call on Durant and call on, Cam Johnson and call on Lauri Markkanen. I'm pretty sure they've done it. I would hope so. Believe me, I truly hope Monty and now Scott Perry and them have picked up the phone and say, well, we heard Durant's going to be, available. What would it take? And then maybe the Suns go to KD's representation and say, hey, we got a decent offer from the Sacramento Kings.
Right.
And so, no doubt, I think we don't hear all the stories that are behind closed doors. I think we can all agree to that. And then I also believe there is some. I hear what you're saying. Maybe the Kings play within their own, situation because Pelicans, Charlotte, Portland, small markets.
Right?
Absolutely. There's some teams who probably wish they could get into the Giannis sweepstakes, but it's just Giannis ain't coming here.
Yeah.
So why would you waste your time after the phone call?
I know that Drapes always rolls his eyes when I mention this, but he knows it's true. There's 4 ways you improve your team. There's trades, there's a draft, there's free agency, and there's improvement. Player development. And we know that small market team, Kings certainly one of those. Free agency, it's tough. So you pretty much say we're not going to get a lot of guys who free agents. Maybe sometimes now you maybe end up with a guy with a mid-level or something like that. Trades are also tough because again, the reality is a lot of times guys don't want to come here.
Yeah.
They almost got or they were in the running for Pascal Siakam.
Right.
And he just said, I don't want to go there.
I'm out.
So they could have traded for him and had him play for the half a year and then say, see ya. It wasn't smart to do that. So you got to rely on drafting players. I think with what Scott Perry just did this year in the draft, maybe, you're starting to get a head start on that. You had done that with De'Aaron and then he was traded. You had Halliburton, you trade him, you get Sabonis. So they have had some success there. But I think to have success consistently and real success as a small market team, you have to rely on the draft, focus on the draft, and you have to hit on the draft pick.
Yeah. And then follow up with development.
Yeah. And if you're going to get like fading stars who are big names, ooh, that guy's a big name. I don't know about the fit, but we don't usually get a guy like fill in the blank.
Yeah.
You're probably better off going, unless he's like the one missing piece where if we have that, here we go. You're probably better off ignoring that, in my opinion.
I think you got something there, Whitey. I don't disagree with the final part of that assessment because I truly think small market teams battle competitiveness versus selling tickets, filling their bowl.
That's a great point.
And
it really is.
As a fan, we're the ones who are supporting, we're the filling the bowl spot topic. And so we look at it from a one-sided point of view more times than not. Now, we have some great fans, as you always say, some of the smartest fans out there that rock with the chat toe and the text line and listen to the drive guys. And so you got to give them their credit. And not just here, but also throughout different, circles throughout the league. But when you really sit down and assess the situation as a fan, you want the competitiveness over everything. I don't really know too many fans except for some fools who always want to argue about caps. They'll walk into an arena and say, man, you know what? Man, we only 75% full. I sure hope Vivek gets his money. Like, no one says that. It's what's going on the floor today? How the boys going to play or the gals going to play today? What can we do to be competitive? I want to win championships, right?
You're right.
So
you are right.
I truly think small markets, ownership groups, private owners. You know, I don't know what it is, but I feel like that, Whitey, and I could be completely off basis. But I truly believe ownership groups in small markets, they teeter the line in the form of winning, competitiveness versus, well, I sure need them ice cream sundaes to sell out tonight.
Right. And I know it's probably very difficult. Again, I'm making some assumptions here, but you look at the Kings in recent years. You know, you go back to when Mike Brown was here and you had the Beam team year. It looked like, wow, everything's on track. We got to do a few things, but we're on track. But in the years since then, we have a pretty good team. We have a team that, you know, if things come together, we could win 50. Even last year, if things come together, we could be a top 6 team. And it's hard to say, you know what? Now we need to think about the future and give up on being competitive now. Yeah. But what happens is your team, you know, year by year, you can look it up. The win totals, they go down, they go down, they go down. And as that happens from 48 to 46 to 40, right? Then your chances of accomplishing more over a longer period, they also dwindle. So how are you going to address that? Well, we're going to try to get back up to, 44, 45. That's tough to do by bringing in older players.
Yeah.
And so when Scott Perry talks about, building the culture and all that, everyone talks about that, but assuming it's more than just lip service, yeah, that's the way forward. But if you're going to get bogged down by some players that nobody else wants, frankly, it's tough to make much headway, and you just kind of get stuck. And that's why so many Kings fans, I think, are so down on things. They fear that right now we're just kind of stuck. And I hope that's not the case. And Maxime Reynaud and Nick Clifford, if they play well, Keon continues to develop, then maybe you got a chance to get out of that. But you can't just keep bringing in guys that kind of are named players that nobody else wants.
The Brooklyn Nets
doesn't really get you very far.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, please. That's what you pay for, right, brother?
Yeah. Yes.
It's interesting in this form. I agree with you that you can't go for the face value and believe that you're going to still be competitive. Basically, I guess what I'm saying is, if you don't build it correctly, you don't set the foundation properly.
Absolutely.
The roof is probably going to cave in sooner or later.
Absolutely.
And the house may stay up for 20 years, but we know, as you said, the window crashes down leaky here.
Roof.
Leaky roof. The pipes are busted.
Doors
you got to consistently ride.
The door frames all out of whack.
So I get what you're saying. But, man, I think as a small market team, and it sounds crazy to say Sacramento's a small market team, but compared to the Chicagos, the Miamis, the New Yorks, the Houstons, the Dallases, the LAs, it is. And so I think when you're talking business, and I always bring this up about our APD, Chris Verlaat, and I've said this numerous times, but it always pops in my mind, Whitey. In America, our sports are for profit. When you look at a lot of places throughout the world, they're not. They're really ran by fans. They're ran by governments, people who want the bragging rights and want to see their countrymen and uplift and whatever they're getting their money on the back end, the front end, the side. However, it's not like the business model we operate in the NFL and the NBA and MLB.
Right.
And so when you think about that, if I'm Sacramento, Portland, and OKC's and all of that, San Antonio's, man, you need to make some money, right? I would think so. Now, this is, Jay the accountant talking, not the fan. You want to make some money. And so it's hard to keep competitive. And I think at the same time, make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know why the model has shown that is just very difficult to do.
Well, you have to look at OKC and the way they did it. And you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. It is tricky, but they committed to that youth movement and they drafted really well.
Yeah.
The Warriors did the same thing. We forget sometimes, and I'm not here, trying to champion the
No.
I think the Warriors are, I think they're pretty much done now.
Yeah.
And
But they're a model organization.
And they, Clay, Curry, Draymond Green, they drafted those guys.
Right.
And then they had to keep paying them more and more and more, and they did a good job filling the roster around them, but they drafted those guys. That was the start of it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, listen, I've been a proponent of, it's no disrespect to these people, but this is the job. I've always said, at least in the last 10 years, let's say last 10 years, I think the scouting department for the Sacramento Kings sucks. It truly does. I don't necessarily see what they see in certain players.
See, I wouldn't say that because I don't know who says what to whom and who's making the final decision.
Agreed.
So I just don't know.
Okay, so then maybe I'll take a step back.
Yeah.
The whole overall draft.
They haven't gotten it done.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
The whole draft party over there.
Right.
Whoever makes the final decision, the second decision, the third decision, the 10th decision, the 15th decision, it hasn't come together.
Mm-hmm.
It has not meshed very well.
No, the percentage of hits has to be higher.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But I also, and this is something that I think the Kings, and like I said, one of the first things that popped in my mind, the Brooklyn Nets, maybe some people could say the Suns. You're looking at the KDs and some of the old school guys they've brought through there. How can one say we need to draft better, but then or be competitive, but then at the same time you don't look at it and say, man, they still got to make some money. And so
if you
excuse me, as a fan, we don't worry about it. But as I say, as you think about it and you put your mind into it, it's like, yeah, you know what? And you talked about the Cardinals. Cardinals have always been pretty good. They're rarely at the bottom of the basement when it comes to the Central and or baseball.
They're perennial contenders.
Absolutely.
We mentioned that to those who didn't hear. St. Louis Cardinals had like 17,000 announced last night, and there was nobody there. It was one of their smallest crowds. I think it was the smallest crowd in the history of the stadium.
Right. So but they do a great job, the Cardinals, it seems like, of making money.
Mm-hmm. You may have to, easy for me to say, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have any cash in the pot. Hey, we're going to, and this gets back to the argument where people say, maybe you tank. And I haven't been pro tanking, but I understand the point. It's like, maybe we're going to have a few down years in order to stockpile some draft picks. And maybe we won't do as well at the gate then. But if we do it right, we can do really well at the gate for a long time with young players that we don't have to pay a lot of money to, at least for a while.
Hey, Whitey, I think you're spot on. And I think that's where the Warriors, and that's why I always give them credit as much as the Brian Windhorses and people have cried about, they're buying championships. The reason why Joe Lacob spends the money, at least from the outside looking in, is because he's recouping it. If he wasn't recouping it, I'd be the first person to say, man, Joe Lacob is putting it all out there, and the rest of the ownership group. But you can't tell me, and he said it, it's been on record. Listen, that $400 million, I'm recouping that. I'm winning championships. I got playoff games. I'm consistently selling gear. I'm making money. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I say it's a fine line, because, and I brought the way the world operates outside of America when it comes to sports in many different instances. It's not all the time, but a lot of time. And I get reminded of it by, soccer guys all the time, like Chris Verlaine. That's why I use them as an example, because the tickets are 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks. The way they sell the tickets, they're season tickets, but they also host so many tickets back for the week of. So the common person can go get a ticket. Like, there's just the way you sit down and look at the business model makes you think. But now if you bring it to the United States, no one really operates that way. You talk about ownership groups, and the first thing you talk about is how much money these people have.
Right.
And how much money they're looking to get, and what are they trying to make money off of. But there are a few organizations, the Spurs, you talked about OKC. There are some organizations, the Warriors, who it's like, man, they seem to do it right. And those are the organizations we heap praise on. And it doesn't feel like they're trying to get money. It feels like they're trying to be competitive.
Trying to win.
Yes.
People like that when you spend money and it works and you win.
Yes.
Fans respond to that because, wow, you care almost as much as
I do. That's right.
Yeah.
So money going to come either way is I think what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you have to do it right. And Scott Perry, I know, just got there.
Oh,
he
yeah.
hasn't even had a game yet. I know he was here before, but he hasn't had a game yet. So got to be patient. But that's just, I look at that trend and it's one I'm not entirely comfortable with. We'll come back with a look at the A's schedule, what it means for Sacramento next on Sacktown Sports.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. It's 9/13 while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. It's 9/13. Select models only.
This is Alan Styles on Sacktown Sports 1140, and the big deals are rolling in at Folsom Buick's GMC's end of summer sales event. Right now, take home the 2025 Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali with $13,500 off MSRP, or lease it for just $699 a month for 24 months with $5,999 due at signing. This is your chance to drive the bold and powerful Sierra 1500 Crew Cab, built to stand out on the road. When the summer ends, so do these deals. So don't miss out. Visit FolsomBuick.com today.
Drapes and Whitey. Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair, the Drive Guys.
Hal Draper's on vacation. I know he posted something I saw last night, Jay. He's on his way to, is it Singapore?
Yeah.
Woo! How about that?
He's there.
That's a long flight.
He left Sunday.
And he just got there. That's how long that flight is.
Yeah, that's a long time, man.
He just pulled in.
That's a long time there, brother.
Yeah. What's the longest flight you've ever been on?
About 9.
Oof.
Yeah, over to was it Iceland?
Really?
Yeah.
I have a daughter that's she's been to Iceland twice. She liked it. You like Iceland?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
It's they're making it harder and harder, or I should say more expensive for visitors to come over. They're how can I say this? This is what some of the locals have told me, so this isn't from anybody else.
The Iceland locals?
Yeah, the Icelanders, right? They aren't fond of visitors because they got bombarded like a period of time. So I went to what was that? Right before COVID. So it was 18. Well, not right before, but 2018, I believe. And I remember maybe a couple people telling me like the last 10 to 15 years, the island had been bombarded by visitors, and it's just kind of, tourist heavy. And so they're trying to, counteract so many tourists coming over there, and they're raising up the prices.
Really?
Yeah, that was in 2018, and you kind of read about it a little bit, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, my daughter loved it.
Yeah, beautiful country.
Loved it. Here's something for
What's
Ace.
the furthest for you? Well, China, Japan, or something, right?
Yeah, we went to Japan, and
was it about 13, 14?
I think it was closer to 11 or 12.
Oh, okay.
And I was stunned because it was shorter coming back, but I was stunned because going there, it really didn't seem that bad. I was dreading it.
Took a red eye?
No.
Really?
Yeah. And you get there. It was weird because like we left there when the sun was going down, and then we arrived in the morning. But with the international date line, we didn't really fly all night, but it just kind of seemed like
felt that way. Yeah.
Yeah. But it just, I don't know. It went, but maybe because we were so excited about going, it wasn't a chore for me at all to fly that long. And I thought it would be because I watched one of the Meg movies.
The Megalodon.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 of them now, right?
Yeah, I don't know which one it was.
Okay, yeah, this is.
I'm gonna say it was 2.
Okay.
Yeah, there were better movies available, but I didn't realize that till it was too late.
No problem.
Here's some numbers that I know A's fans will love. Bear with me. We're gonna talk about Sacramento and the schedule here. I didn't realize this, Jay. I know that the A's have been playing well. Dallas Braden just posted this social media. Since July 18th, there are 7 teams with 20 or more wins, and the A's are one of them. The A's, since July 18th, they are second. They're tied with San Diego for second with a run differential of plus 47. Only the Brewers, since July 18th, have a better one, plus 80. The A's with 140 extra base hits since July the 18th, most in baseball. 56 home runs for the A's since July 18th, third in MLB during that span. And the bullpen for the A's since July 18th, second best ERA in Major League Baseball at 2.99. And the A's in San Diego are the only bullpens out of the top 10 in innings pitched with an ERA under 3 since July 18th. The A's are playing really good baseball, and you can't throw out a stretch of games, but if they hadn't had that horrible losing 21-22, they might actually be at least on the fringes of the wild card conversation right now, Jay. They're not, and that's just the way it is.
Yep.
You can't go back. They lost those games.
I was getting drilled in those games.
Yes. But the way they're finishing strong this year, the way they finished strong last year, makes you think that, maybe next year, maybe this is a team that could compete for a postseason spot. To that point, Carmichael Dave reporting today as he shared news on the new schedule. I haven't seen it anywhere else. Again, there's a really nice breakdown of the schedule. Sacktown Sports, Frankie Cartoselli, I believe is how you say it.
Maybe I heard of him once or twice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Might have been on the show once.
For anybody, but sorry, I'm getting another call.
Yeah,
that's him. That's him. Frankie Clicks. He has a nice piece here. But Dave reported that baseball says if there are postseason games next year for the A's, they will be in Sacramento.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's the little sugar.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And that is
I'd love
not.
to see that.
It's not out of the question.
Well, to the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah, I mean, if they are able to improve the pitching staff, they're playing really well right now, and they've got a really young team. I don't think it's out of the question. I'm not saying I would. I remember before the season started in the Kings media room, and I won't say his name, but someone's like, I'll bet you the A's make the playoffs this year. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take
let's
that.
Do that.
Yeah,
let's do that. Yeah.
No doubt the A's have some great young talent. They're falling into that 4 to 6 year period that I always talk about, making the playoffs versus not.
But who did we talk to, Jay? Was it Keith Law that we had on?
Okay.
Or who was it?
We had Keith on.
Yeah.
But what did they say?
I think this team's about 2 years away.
It was Keith Law.
Yeah.
It was Keith Law. Yeah, he said 2 years away. And I'm with him. I think they're about 2 years away. I truly do. I think next year they'll improve. I think this year, and you know this, Whitey, you've been watching the game longer than I have when it comes to baseball, playing it. Hot, cold streaks that happens throughout the season.
Yeah.
The Dodgers were on a cold streak. Padres on a hot streak. Every team goes through them. It's just the way that the season teeters more times than not in baseball because of 162 games. The A's got drilled for 20 games straight, and they're super hot right now. To me, that's just an average ball club. They have some top-end talent, no doubt about it. They have some great young talent, no doubt about it. Just like anything, it has to come together. I'm with Keith. I think they're 2 years away. Next year, I think they'll be a lot better. And hopefully, instead of the 20-game losing streak, they have the 10-game losing streak, right? And so I truly think they're 2 years away, but they definitely have talent, no doubt about it. And they have a lot of talent that's coming up, too. A lot of talent that's pretty close, as I hold my fingers, about a half of a centimeter separate. They're very close to maybe that guy is 2 years away. Maybe that guy's 3 years
And
away.
some of those guys are pitchers, which is
they are
good.
Yeah.
And of course, they have DeVries, too, but he's a few years away down the road.
Yes.
But the A's will open next year. Let's see, March 26th at Toronto. Yeah. Then they play the Astros Friday, April 3rd in West Sacramento. 81 home games. However, I mentioned this schedule has some sugar for Sacramento and a little slap. The sugar is make the postseason and you play postseason games at home. They'll be playing Sacramento. The slap is that 6 games for the A's next year. 6 home games will be played in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
They will do that because the schedule, the field needs a break. The River Cats were the team that had to absorb that this season.
Year.
Next year, the way it's set up, the A's will have to play 6 home games in Las Vegas.
Of all places.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Of all places.
Right.
You can't go up to Marysville and play right there where the Gold Sox play.
Yeah. Right.
We can't take it down to the Stockton ports.
What's going on at Renfree Field?
Right. Absolutely.
We'll fix it up.
Man, I'm with you. Of all places, you have to go to Las Vegas. Can't go to Fresno. Nothing. Modesto. Bring back the nuts. Modesto nuts.
How about Banner Island Ballpark?
Ooh, Stockton.
Yeah.
I truly, anything that has to do with Vegas and the A's, I'm opposed to it. I really am, Whitey. There's nothing positive when it comes to the A's and Vegas as an A's fan for me.
Well,
I'm out on it.
The reality is, of course, that as far as the A's are concerned, they still intend to go there.
Of course.
Yeah. The 6 games will be against Milwaukee and Colorado.
You ain't missing nothing.
Milwaukee's pretty good, but Colorado's like, oh.
Yeah, Milwaukee is definitely good, but could you name 5 guys off the Brewers?
I probably could, but I don't want to waste time.
All right. No
yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Robin Yount.
Yeah.
Paul Molitor.
Yeah.
Greg Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting closer. 2 more.
I'll get back to you.
Put Bob Uecker in there. Rest in peace.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's see here. Some of the highlights. Who are the teams that are coming in? course, the Angels are coming in, but the Yankees and the Dodgers are coming in. You got the Giants May 15th through the 17th. You got the Yankees May 29th through the 31st. And the Dodgers, we didn't see the Dodgers this year. Jay will be right there in the front row, June 29th through July 1st. The Dodgers making their first trip to West Sacramento.
Yeah, sure.
That's a big deal. Shohei Ohtani, I know that you're not excited about it, and you don't like the Dodgers, and I don't like the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But Shohei-san in Sacktown will be a big deal.
Oh, no doubt. They'll sell out.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of Dodger fans up here. They will completely sell out. I was trying to look. Do you have the 2 dates? Do I not follow Frankie? I saw Frankie put it up there. What is Frankie's?
You're talking about the 2 dates
that the A's and the Kings play together?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I have that?
I would have to, yeah.
I'm looking for it here. I know
Check
Frankie
that.
posted it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. There are 2 dates, and we'll get that for you. 2 dates next year. Only 2 dates in which both the A's and the Sacramento Kings are at home.
Yeah. I know they're both in April, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it, Whitey.
Mm-hmm. We'll get that for you.
All
so
these
anyway,
guys tweet too much, man.
You know, we are where this whole thing is still. Sometimes I get carried away with, this Vegas thing ain't going to work. What are the A's going to do? Are the A's going to stay here? There was a story today about a complex that Hard Rock's building. And I know there have been some suggestions that the Hard Rock wants to build a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a long putt because, it's hard to get out there. And Major League Baseball probably wouldn't approve a stadium 40 miles out of Sacramento with a couple of one-lane roads to get in and out of it. It's being looked at. I don't know. I still don't think Sacramento has a great chance of landing an expansion team. I think, and there's people that know a lot about it that disagree with me, but I think there are too many cities, Portland chief among them, that are too far ahead of Sacramento. Nashville, as the mayor said on this station, Nashville is pretty much a shoe-in. Portland, I think, is way ahead of us. So maybe if something happens where Fisher sells, maybe the A's get it. Sacramento gets to keep the A's. Unlikely, but possible. Other than that, I think it's really a long shot that we get an expansion team.
April 3rd, which is a Friday, the Kings got the Pelicans, A's versus the Stros. That same weekend, Sunday, April 5th, Kings have the Clippers. A's play the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
So those 2 days, you can double up.
Mm-hmm.
Kings, A's, Kings, A's.
All right. You ever going to get out there, Jay?
Yeah, one of these days.
One of these days.
One of my guys, he just texted me. He's listening to the show. Shouts out to my boy, Andy. He says, I'm going to my first A's games tonight. He's a huge A's fan. We grew up both A's fans.
Mm-hmm.
Only because Dad has free tickets. Not sure how I'm going to feel going in there.
Have a good time.
Yeah.
That's how you should feel.
Yeah, that's
have a good time.
Pretty much. Yeah. I had to text them that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone from the 916. Let's see. We'll put this together. They're moving to Las Vegas. So why wouldn't they play there? Can we please stop being snowflakes about this and just enjoy the fact that they are here for 3 years? You do it.
There's a lot to that.
You do it. There you go. Yeah, just you do it.
Yeah.
Fan how you want to fan. Don't tell
Exactly.
me how to fan how I want to fan.
Uh-huh. Tell you what Russell Westbrook has been doing while waiting on a spot with the Kings next on Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Future Ford.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. And while skies should be clearing, we still may see a stray shower overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Expect to have mostly clear skies with temperatures starting off in the 60s and warming into the lower 90s for your Wednesday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
It's the final days of Summer Closeout 25 at your Future Ford dealers. Get closeout pricing on F-150, Bronco, Explorer, Mach-E, and more. But don't wait. It all ends Monday at Future Ford Lincoln in the Roseville Auto Mall and Future Ford of Sacramento at I-80 in Madison.
Hey, Whitey here for Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. And, we got fall coming. Doesn't seem like it, but it's time to start thinking about keeping warm this winter. Did have a little rain today. Whether you're still worried about keeping cool this summer or you've already started to think about keeping warm this winter, you want to check out Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. So many places to choose from. Why check out leesair.com? Well, because they offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee, for one thing. They get 4.8 stars on what I call Google. So, yeah, a lot of friends recommend them. They've won awards for that service, which we've experienced in our own home. And they've spent more than 40 years now serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. So they got started about the time I started in radio. You can trust Lee's with installation and repair of your AC furnace and water heater, residential, commercial plumbing repair, commercial HVAC services too. Find out more at, as I said, leesair.com. Check on their mission statement. It's all about serving customers like you, like me, and serving our community. Check on their $99 HVAC tune-up service and let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me. They treated us like family. They set us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life. We just came home from vacation, stepped into the house. It was really hot outside, nice and cool inside. Thanks to Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated. Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief. Time now for your Sacktown Sports 49ers report, brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. The Niners finished preseason play on Saturday with a 30-23 win over San Diego. Curtis Robinson had a 32-yard interception return for the go-ahead touchdown, and Tariq Owens, son of Terrell Owens, caught a touchdown pass. The 49ers start for real a week from Sunday. They're in Seattle. Listen all season long to 49er football right here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
There's always more Kings talk to discuss.
And we've got you covered. It's the Drive Guys.
Going to get to what Russell Westbrook has been up to in just a moment, but I want to circle back to that text we addressed just before we went away for a moment there. It's Jay and Whitey today. We were just talking about the upcoming schedule for the A's, that is next year's schedule, just came out today. And Jay and I, and maybe we speak for a number of Sacramento fans, we just felt like, oh, man, they're going to play some games in Las Vegas next year, really? And you read the text here, Jay, but hey, they're here for 3 more years. They're moving to Vegas. So why wouldn't they play there? Can we please stop being snowflakes about this and just enjoy the fact that they're here for 3 more years? I understand that. I mean, it does bother me, but it's a good point.
Yes, very true.
I find myself, maybe I'm in denial a little bit about the whole thing. Like, oh, if they're here, that means somehow they'll find a way to stay here. You know, that thing in Vegas is never going to happen. But you're right, 916. That's the
Oh,
plan.
100%.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
I don't have
100%.
to like it, but you're correct.
Yes, and that's why we always say fan how you want to fan. That's the beautiful part about sports. And on the flip side of that, hating is a beautiful part of sports too. No, I kid.
Sports
but
hate.
Sports hate. It's only
Sports hate.
time.
I contend sports hate can be healthy for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not real hate, it's just sports hate.
Yes, it's the only part in life it's okay to hate it.
Mhm.
For me.
I hate that team. You don't really
hate them, but but you do hate them. I get it. You dislike it.
Yeah.
You know? As they say, hate is a strong word.
Mhm.
916 is spot on in the form of this. And this is something that I think Whitey has said, and I mimic this. It hurts me somewhere to the core to know that this team is probably on its way out of the state of California and Northern California. For whatever reason, I just can't bring myself to like that. And so you're 100% right. There is something. Whitey went to some games against the Padres, a couple other games, right? Padres, just Padres. Okay.
Yeah.
And Kyle's been out there, Drapes has been out there, and other friends have been out there, and so many different people that I come across on my daily basis.
I watch them whenever I can on TV.
Absolutely. Yeah. I try to as well, but there's a different feel, we know, of watching and being at the ballpark and supporting and spending your money and all those good things. There is something to the point for me that I'm having a hard time with 916. And I'm glad that you are able to look past it, be a bigger person than me when it comes to this situation. And I salute you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, Jay, just on the field last night, I think you'd appreciate this. I was watching the game, didn't see this. I read about this. Dallas Braden again posted it. So I hope I have this right. So Tarek Skubal, who's a Cy Young candidate, maybe even a borderline like fringe MVP candidate. He's been that good. He's facing Langoliers, and Langoliers yanks one foul.
Yeah.
Long, looks like a home run. And they start the light show a little early.
A little early. I saw that.
Yeah. So then
The
he
flash.
strikes out, and Scubal's like, I want the light show for me now.
Right.
But then later, Langoliers does hit
It's
a
a
grand
bomb.
slam off.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
Deep too.
Yeah.
That thing
Yeah.
is deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'm glad the A's beat him, but I appreciate that from Scooble.
yeah, of course, baby. That's what makes sports fantastic.
Yeah.
It is, one of the toughest things I always dealt with is, and I'm pretty sure, Whitey, you could definitely attest to this or see this in me, is when we're playing between the lines, everything is off the table. I don't care if you're my partner, my brother, my sister, my mama, my daddy. I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to.
You're respecting your opponent.
Absolutely.
And you're respecting the game.
For sure.
I'm trying to beat you.
I am trying to get you. I want the W.
Mm-hmm.
After that, man, it doesn't matter. I'm shaking hands, kissing babies, whatever, having a drink, whatever we need to do. But somewhere along the line, there's a gray area in the form of being competitive versus being having a lack of sportsmanship. I don't know why it's been blurred. You can have sportsmanship and just say, hey, I'm trying to beat you, and I'm doing everything possible to do that.
Right.
Without cheating.
Right.
Now, if you want to cheat, then yeah, you could say, well, you're not, upholding your sportsmanlike character, your demeanor. But just because I'm out there trying to win and beat you don't mean I'm being unsportsmanlike.
To me, nothing is more respectful of an opponent than me giving everything I can to try to beat that opponent.
True.
That is the most respect I can give you and show you on the field of play. Even
I
if it's just
respect you
pickleball.
as a competitor.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook knows all about that. Plays very hard. What's he been up to here? Is he apparently is waiting to find out if he's going to have a job with the Kings or not. We mentioned this earlier. A lot of players around the NBA are reacting to news that Russell Westbrook and his wife, Nina, decided to renew their vows in Italy. And then we saw today the post, I don't know if this was in Italy or where this was, of Russ on his yacht shooting baskets. And some have jokingly suggested that it was in the Sacramento River. But no, it wasn't. I don't know where it was, but it wasn't in the Sacramento River. And then there's also this. You probably knew about this, right, Jay? Russ and Ciara?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook with a cameo in Ciara's new Dance With Me music video, which was released on
A couple days
Friday.
ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ciara teamed with, is it Tyga on the track?
That is Tyga. Yeah.
Tyga.
From LA, rapper.
Appears on her new album, CC. Westbrook, of
nickname.
course, June 2024, appeared on stage with Kendrick Lamar. And I guess he's in this video, he's in a chair and dancing, and she's in a chair and dancing in a chair.
Yeah, a little
How about that with Russ?
sensual,
Mhm.
sexy, so to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that our future Sacramento King? See,
Well,
but
I'll be surprised if he's not.
But those are the things. Those are the things that I think some people would love about Russ.
Yeah.
Being here in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the conversation we had a few segments ago is grabbing the big name at the end of the career or in the twilight of the career, but they're also bringing other things to the table.
He cast part of his star glow
For sure.
on Sacramento.
DeMar
That's
DeRozan. Yeah, Russell Westbrook. But again, Whitey, and you make the gesture of like, you throw your hands up, like, who cares? Because you're a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, if we again take the step back and look at it from a business standpoint, which fans, we're not supposed to, we're fans. But if you just take the time to dive into that position very shortly, you can see why a ownership group of Vivek and a small market team would say, now, man, I might have a little cachet, make a little money if I bring Russell Westbrook here.
I could be 100% wrong on this, but to me, that almost feels needy. Like, ooh, we got to bring a big star here because then we look better. We're Sacramento, and, people look down on us. But now if we have whoever, one of these players there, look at that. And to me, I just feel like, no, that's not how you do it. But that's just my opinion. I understand.
Yes, no.
Good for business. Yeah. I understand good for business. But to me, it's like, that's not the point.
True.
Yeah.
As a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about this? Russell Westbrook, he had a second-year player option. He could have stayed in Denver for another year. And he declined the second-year player option, deciding, let's test free agency. And now here he is without a lot of interest, Jay. I wonder if he
misstepped.
I was going to say regrets that. At this point of his career, he probably doesn't regret a lot. It's like, because he's done fine.
Right.
But I wonder if he had it to do over again, if maybe he would have stayed in Denver.
Pretty sure. Maybe. And who's to say? I think we feel like there's no one out there that wants to sign Russell Westbrook besides the Sacramento Kings. I don't doubt some of these insiders is like, there's not a big market for Russell Westbrook. I don't doubt that at all. But I don't know. Maybe he's waiting on something.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
People have accused this Kuminga thing of holding up a lot of movement in the league.
Yes.
So I don't know. I truly don't know. I know the Kings definitely need another player on that roster, if not two, because they have 2 open spots, but they definitely need to do something. What's going on? It has been, it's been eerily quiet about Trey Lyles. Why?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Why? Like, where? No one's even talked about him coming back or going other places.
Going other places.
Yeah.
Is a weird thing.
So to me, that lets me know, like, there might be something there with the Kings where it's like, I'm coming back. It's just all about on how much money we're going to agree upon or what's open.
So if Russell Westbrook comes here, does that mean we'll have courtside Russ and Ciara? And maybe,
probably so.
Maybe so.
Tiger? Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
West Coast Wednesdays. We need to bring that back. They didn't do that last year, right?
I don't recall that they did. Yeah. When we come back, Brock Purdy, is he as good as the 49ers will need him to be this year? More on Cutdown Day 2 with the Drive Guys coming up, Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My perfect day has sand, salt, water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZY to learn more.
Late August. Grant Holman, out with that strained right middle finger. Expected return is TBD, but he has started gripping drills and is building toward a throwing progression. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call Downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call Downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. Stockton Honda cranks up the savings with amazing deals during the Honda Summer Event happening now. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, you'll find unbeatable selection, serious savings, and top dollar for your trade. From quick crosstown drives to full-blown road trips. Wherever you're headed, Stockton Honda is ready to help you get there in style. Start your summer adventures at Stockton Honda or StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Uiagalelei throws it and picked off at the 20, the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Curtis Robinson on the pick six, and the house call gives the Niners the lead. 2nd and 13. Rolling right, Carter Bradley looking to the end zone. Tariq Owens has a touchdown. Where's Joe Starkey? Owens.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Mocash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
What happened with the 49ers and cutdown day around the NFL? Some updates from Matt Mayoko. Drew Moss, offensive lineman, made the initial 53-man roster. 49ers kept a lot of offensive and defensive linemen. Matt Mayoko also suggested, this was hours ago, he said, the Browns released 10-year veteran Dustin Hopkins, a career 84% kicker, but he was just 18 of 27 last year, missed 3 PATs on 20 attempts. We've seen no indication that Kyle Shanahan is even considering looking at other kickers. Thomas Morstead on the list as being released, but that is procedural, right, Jay? And Thomas Morstead says, I'm going to stick around. It's just a matter of them doing some roster maneuvering.
Yeah, what did Dieter Kurtenbach say? He wouldn't be surprised. A couple of guys went over to the local Marriott, stay there for a night or two, and then they'll be right back into the organization. Thomas Morstead is one of those guys.
Yeah. We did talk to Dieter Kurtenbach, who said he was confused by some of the moves, in his opinion. And for those who don't know, he's a columnist for the San Jose Mercury News, and he apparently is friends with Alan Stiles. How that works, I don't know.
Yeah, how'd that come about?
Yeah.
How did what did Alan ask you? Like, who's on the show or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He always, what's coming up in the show? And I mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
Tell him I said hi. And then he said, I guess I could text him. And that's exactly what Dieter Kurtenbach said. But anyway, Dieter Kurtenbach was surprised that it seemed like with 10 offensive linemen and 11 defensive linemen still on the roster as of now, which is the most Shanahan's had of either group at this point of the season. He says it seems like they're just not sure on some of these guys, and they're just kicking the can down the road on deciding which ones they want to keep.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's probably not a good thing to be, right? Because you haven't honed in on certain people.
That's the way Dieter looked at it. Yeah. A couple ways you could look at it. Like, hey, we love all these guys. We can't go wrong.
That's the way Dieter looked at it.
We're not sure here. We can't decide yet. I know that I have been very curious to see what the 49ers may do with any wide receivers that get released. And there have been a few fairly familiar names that were cut today. 49ers haven't done anything that we know of. It doesn't mean that they won't, though. They still could do some maneuvering. One of the players we mentioned, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, let go by the Seahawks. So
I wouldn't want him, but I could see why they'd pick him up. He doesn't move the needle for me, but I could see, he's a known commodity, and known commodities are a thing in the NFL,
right?
Rather than not.
How dire do you think the need is? We mentioned earlier that the 49ers, they employ, fullback. They don't necessarily rely on the wideout position as much as other teams, but you look at the roster, clearly there's a need at wide receiver, but is it like, oh man, we got to get somebody? Or is it like, we'll see what's out there, but we should be fine? Where do you think it is?
Well, let me give you these names. Jawan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, and Jacob Cowing. Jawan Jennings is out. Jacob Cowing is out. Questionable, right? Then you have Sky Moore, Jordan Watkins, Brandon Ayuk, DeMarcus Robinson, and Trent Taylor.
And DeMarcus Robinson suspended.
Is suspended for the first 3 games. Ayuk is gone for at least the first 4. I believe they're going to put him on a 6-game PUP list. Jordan Watkins is hurt, and Trent Taylor is on the IR. So if we're really sitting down and looking at it within 2 weeks, Whitey, Ricky Pearsall, it sounds like Jacob Cowing is ready to go. He
tweets his hand.
Tweets something, right? Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Sky Moore, Jordan Watkins. If Jawan Jennings doesn't play, and Dieter Kurtenbach said earlier today on the show that he would not be surprised if Jawan Jennings doesn't suit up for week 1 and or week 2. So if you're telling me Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, and either Sky Moore or Jordan Watkins is your first 3?
It's a dire need.
Ooh,
the need is pretty, the outlook is bleak at that position.
Man. Could you imagine this team starting with Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, and Jordan Watkins?
I don't want to. I guess I could.
Trent Taylor's been around for a while. He's on the IR, so I don't think he's eligible. I have to go back and triple check. But Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, and Sky Moore?
Christian McCaffrey, 19 catches out of the backfield.
Man, use check.
George Kittle. Yeah.
Luke Farrell.
That may be the case.
Trent Williams, can you catch?
Why not? Interesting piece here on the 49ers at SI.com. Albert Breer writing about what the 49ers are trying to do. Says the 49ers might not be good enough right now, but the plan is to be when it really counts. The reality of San Francisco's situation going into camp was similar to the one confronted by the Rams 2 years ago and the Bills last year, writes Albert Breer. Specifically, time had come to rip the salary cap Band-Aid off and for the team to take its financial medicine that happened in the late winter and spring, fundamentally changing the summer roster. One difference between the 49ers and the Rams and the Bills. Bills have an elite quarterback. The Rams have a quarterback who has certainly been elite.
Yeah.
He's highly rated right now.
Easy.
Is Brock Purdy anywhere near as good as those guys?
He's not anywhere close to Josh Allen. And when I say anywhere close, I think there are 3, 4, depending on you ask, 5. And we had Mike Sando on. There was different tiers. The first 2 or 3 are given. Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, like those type of guys.
You left out Cincinnati's.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Jake Browning?
No.
Sacramento's own? Oh, okay.
Boomer Esiason.
Oh, okay. I was Ken O'Brien.
Yeah.
Those 3, and then it was your boy, Joe Burrow, and Matt Stafford was number 5, right? He was the last of the first tier.
1. Yeah. And then actually it was Jane Daniels. But yeah, you're right.
And then Jane Daniels was number 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if, and Brock Purdy was last in the second tier, was he not? Was he 12 or something like that?
14, 12,
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I don't know how close he is to Josh Allen, but I think he's a lot closer to Matt Stafford.
Yeah, there's a number of things, obviously, that any team, but specifically the 49ers need to go right this year. A couple of things they need to happen for them to be where they want to be by the end of the year. The young defenders have to mature and play better. Special teams has to be better than it's been. And Albert Breer says the Niners need Brock Purdy to be good. And of course, they need him to be good, but they need him to be really good. The team's frontline talent on offense is still excellent. However, the hovering depth issue was brought to light last week when the team traded for Sky Moore, with a receiver health issue coming to a head and some nerves over what's behind McCaffrey. The margins for the offense as a result are narrower than what they have been in the past. So Brock Purdy is going to be relied upon to make sure that things stay within those margins for the 49ers. They're going to ask a lot of him this year.
Well, he's getting paid. He's about to get paid like it. So
Yeah.
you've got the signing bonus like it. The whole money kicks in next year, I believe. The whole kit and caboodle. But yeah, it's time for you to play. It's time for, and listen, all you have to really do is play like you've kind of been playing anyway if you're Brock Purdy. Do you need to overstep your boundary and try to create things that aren't there? No, that's not what have gotten you to this plot. That's not what have gotten you paid. That's not what if some people believe you're a top 10 quarterback in the league. Me and you probably are one of those group members. But there is something to this. Some of the mistakes that you've made, we're going to have to cancel some of those things out. Some of the bonehead trying to create different type of plays, just go ahead and throw the ball away. Because this is the other part. There's got to be some type of pressure on Robert Saleh and his defensive crew. You don't bring Robert Saleh back and say, well, Saleh is God's gift to the defense, and they don't stand up and do a better job than what they did last year. So some of this has got to go on the defense as well. We know that the 49ers have definitely, and this is pre-Shanahan, but sometimes during Shanahan's reign, they'll lean on the defense a lot more than they probably need to. I don't suspect they're not going to go away with that. I believe they're going to lean on the defense at certain times. And Shanahan will bite the bullet and say, okay, let's go ahead and punt, when it might be like, no, let's go for it.
I think that's even more important than Brock Purdy
The
playing
defense?
his best football.
Really?
It's the young players on defense holding their own, and not only holding their own, but improving steadily so that by the time you get to the end of the year, you can say, wow, we're a much better team than we were at the beginning of the year. To your point, I think you hit the nail on the head on Brock Purdy. He believes that last year prepared him for what he faces this year. He has to be good. He knows that. Last year, he felt his injuries hit with Ayuk and McCaffrey and Pearsall too, missing huge chunks of the season. The answer for making up for attrition is not to try to do too much on your own.
Yeah, he said that a few times this offseason, right? Remember he talked to Richard Sherman for his podcast, and he talked about, maturing and growing and, just taking the easy 3 yards instead of trying to go get the 20.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Whitey. I really believe Brock Purdy, if he just stays the same, and when I say the same, if we get the same type of output that he has given the 49ers throughout his short career, I think the 49ers would take that in a heartbeat. He has played and he has shown that he can lead a team to the playoffs. He has shown and proven that he can lead a team to a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Now, is he Josh Allen? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is he Matt Stafford? Depends on who you talk to right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would venture to say at Matt Stafford's prime, he's better than Brock Purdy. That's just me. Now, Matt Stafford right now, 2025,
with
bad back,
yeah.
right? Okay, I think Purdy might be able to sling it with him, but I'm going to give Stafford his just due because he's done it for a long time, and we know he can do it. Now, Brock Purdy still got to show a few people that he can sling the ball and know when to pull back the reins and know when to take the 2-yard, run compared to running around, scrambling, trying to make something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the game.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan talks in this piece at SI.com about how difficult this offseason was. He says whether it was this year or next year, we knew we had to do that, and we did it, talking about refreshing the roster. Consequences come with that. We had a ton of guys on defense, especially some one-year guys, some older D linemen. We were trying to keep the window we were in. We had to go back to getting more rookies, building through the draft like we had in the past. The only difference is we still have some good guys on our roster, not good guys, but some borderline Hall of Fame guys. Fred, Bosa, Kittle, Christian. We've added Brock. The rest of this core here is similar to how we started. We got to add in some youth. We started that last year. I mean, guys like Mustafa, guys like Ricky Pearsall, guys that we needed to come out and play and help us, which started a little bit last year. I see this year being just as big, and I see next year being huge for those guys. Kyle Shanahan, who talked about how difficult it was to let Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga, to let them go when the 49ers didn't want to let them go. They didn't feel like, these guys are no good anymore, but they had to make these painful roster financial decisions.
Yeah, money. Mm-hmm. Money means a lot. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. When you look at the defense, there's a lot of, as we would say, no-namers, people that haven't made a name for themselves. Mm-hmm. And then you, as Shanahan talked about, you have the Fred Warners, the Bosas, the Malik Mustafas, a couple of them, Amador Lenore, of course, who got paid like a top 5 corner in the league. There's guys sprinkled, no doubt about it. But they definitely need to hit on the CJ West, the Michael Williams, the Nick Martins, those guys, Upton Stout, who looks like is going to be their starting nickel back. Those guys definitely have to hit, and they have to be infused. Right. Yeah. No doubt about it.
You mentioned 4 rookies in there? Williams, Collins, West, and Martin. Yeah. Rookies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That are going to be counted on to do a lot this year.
Part of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
D Winters. It's been there for a handful of years, but has he proven anything? Mm-hmm. Well, you getting ready to start, champ. Mm-hmm. So we need you to step up too.
In the secondary, rookie Upton Stout.
Yep. That's a nickel back.
Yeah. Malik Mustafa.
Yep. He's out. He's hurt.
Second-year safety when he gets back from a knee injury. Mm-hmm. Shanahan said that was so tough for me personally as a coach, sitting here in March and knowing it was going to come. We're still hoping we would get lucky. And then having to really sit there and watch someone like Dre Greenlaw leave, someone like Huff leave, not being able to afford J.P. Mason. These are really good players, really good people.
It ain't nothing that any other NFL team ain't going by. I ain't crying over that. Figure out something, Kyle.
Right.
Come on, man.
Saying it's they think they figured something out. The question is, are they right? Is it going to work?
I don't know, Whitey, but
on those young players.
Whitey, as a 49er fan, I'm going to stop crying. Didn't the 916 tell me about the A's? Suck it up and move on. At some point in time, don't we got to suck it up and move on?
Yes,
okay,
but
Kyle.
That's not the point. It's not being a snowflake.
Oh, okay. He said snowflake.
I'm just saying this is really interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Where it
very
is.
Interesting.
I'm
trying to pump myself up here, Whitey. Because as we're sitting here talking about it and I'm running through some of these names, man, it's depleted in the backside, fam. It is depleted.
It is.
Michael Williams, a rookie, is going to start at your left defensive end. Yeah, yeah, left side, yeah.
Who are your tackles?
CJ West and Jordan Elliott. No, we know Jordan Elliott. He's serviceable. He's a little bit better than serviceable. I think they would love to have Kevin Givens in there, but he can't stay healthy. He never stays healthy. CJ West, that's a rookie.
How you feel about Alfred Collins?
A rookie.
Exactly. Exactly.
And let me also say this. Nick Bosa has been fantastic since he's been in the league. But, man, do I need about a 17, 18 sack year from Nick Bosa.
Huh.
I don't think we're going to get that, Whitey.
Really?
I think he's good for 14, 15. He's slowing down just a pinch.
That would work.
Well, if Michael Williams could give me 7 to 10, absolutely it will.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Warner is an absolute animal. Best middle linebacker in the league for my money. D. Winters, he looks the part.
Fred Warner was having one of the greatest linebacking seasons ever last year before he broke his ankle.
Dude, he was on his way to Defensive Player of the Year, hands down. It wasn't even close. And then next thing you know, broken ankle. And we didn't know that, but remember, we were talking about something is not right. It just, he slowed down, come to find out he,
still played.
Fractured his ankle. Yeah, that's bananas. But D. Winters, what's your take on D. Winters right now, August 26th?
I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I think he had a good camp and a good offseason. I think he's ready.
Okay. Who right now, could you name the third linebacker who was penciled in to start?
Well, we got Nick Martin, right?
No.
Why don't we have Nick Martin?
Luke Gifford.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Luke
Gifford.
I misunderstood your question.
Yeah. He is penciled in right now.
Okay.
To start week 1. And I truly just believe it's because Nick Martin is a rookie.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But according to what people are talking about, Nick Martin is the next best thing.
Yeah.
All right. Renardo Green, second year, was banged up a little bit.
Right.
Just got back. I saw him, chopping the feet on the field the last couple weeks. Are you really sold on Renardo Green yet?
All the way.
Okay.
All the way.
There you go.
Yeah. And Upton Stout.
Yeah.
It's already being compared to a Hall of Famer.
Eric
Rondé
Allen.
Barber.
Rondé Barber.
Yeah. Rondé Barber. You already got a Hall of Famer to be.
Amador Lenore, who's he, as he said, he wants to be considered the best corner in the league. I would be surprised if anybody throws the ball his way this year.
There's been talk watching the games during the preseason of how Robert Saleh doesn't really like to blitz that much. He's probably going to blitz more this year.
He better.
Yeah, exactly. When the coordinator's blitzing more, that means that he's not as sure of what he's got.
On that backside.
Trust up 4 to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, I think Renardo Green is going to be good. I really like him. Of course, Demo is on point. Upton Stout looks like he has the goods, a.k.a. Rondé Barber. I'm a little worried about the free safety position. I don't know. Marcus Siegel has been blowing up all through 49ers camp. I doubt they run him out there. Looks like it's going to be Jason Pinnock.
He's a solid guy.
Yeah.
You have not really been on board with Siegel.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Not that you've been against him, but you're just not willing to fully embrace him.
Yeah, because he's come from so far back, kind of a la Brock Purdy, that I just can't see how the 49ers would just drop him in right now to be the starter, which is hopefully he gets it.
Yeah.
I'd rather go young and see some of the young guns mess up compared to some of the veterans that we know. It's like nothing against Jason Pinnock.
Mm-hmm.
But is he really going to bring what we need to the table for the 49ers to make a Super Bowl run?
I've said it before. I think Kyle Shanahan has been very forthright for a pro football coach when it comes to telling people what's going on. You have to read between the lines a little bit, and no coach or manager in sports is going to come out and tell you exactly what's going on and exactly how he feels. But the things that Kyle Shanahan is saying about this roster right now and the roster refresh and what that does for them or does to them financially, where it sets them up, where it leaves them right now, and how much they're relying on the young players this year and next year, he's trying to tamp down expectations, and he's hoping if it works, we're right back on track. But he's not sure it's going to happen right away.
Yeah, I don't
if it happens at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think he's seeing the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
This may be an up and down roller coaster season, and there may be a point in time where we look great, and there may be a point in time where, oh man, we're going to be in the dredges. Mm-hmm. But hopefully, as you said, at the end of the season, we're playing in the playoffs and we have an opportunity to make it. I truly see, Shanahan definitely tempering down the expectations.
Yeah,
this team on paper is not a Super Bowl team. On paper, if you look at some of these names who are getting ready to start in a week and a half, they're not Super Bowl contenders with some of those names. Now, it is on the CJ Wests and the Upton Stouts and the Jason Pinnocks to come out and show and prove, and hopefully they do. But if we're just looking at it on paper, yeah, that's not it.
You're right. And we'll end this just the way we started. Albert Breer, quote, "The 49ers might not be good enough right now, but the plan is to be when it really counts."
There we go.
Yeah. We'll come back with a look at who's going to win the next big-time championship around these parts. Next, Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Future Ford.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. And while skies should be clearing, we still may see a stray shower overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Expect to have mostly clear skies with temperatures starting off in the 60s and warming into the lower 90s for your Wednesday. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
It's the final days of Summer Closeout 25 at your Future Ford dealers. Get closeout pricing on F-150, Bronco, Explorer, Mach-E, and more. But don't wait. It all ends Monday at Future Ford Lincoln in the Roseville Auto Mall and Future Ford of Sacramento at I-80 in Madison.
When you stay in your home, what you love gets to stay too. From the gardens that grow wild to the grandkids that run wilder. From the Friday night baseball games to the Sunday morning brunches. Even the daily crosswords and weekly book clubs. There's room for it all with help from Home Instead, the largest in-home senior care network with over 30 years of trusted experience delivering the peace of mind you deserve. Visit Home Instead online for a better what's next.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. It's 9/13 while supplies last.
Before summer calls it quits, make memories in a Toyota built for adventure during Toyota's national sales event. Score big with fuel-efficient icons like the all-hybrid 51 MPG 2025 Camry or the versatile RAV4. Itching for a road trip? The all-new 4Runner's your passport to anywhere. So don't wait. Hurry to your local dealer for Toyota's national sales event, now through Labor Day. Toyota, let's go places. Event ends 9/2/25.
Hey, everybody, it's Carmichael Dave. Labor Day is almost upon us. Can you believe it? And you can relax in style without breaking the bank. Why? Because it's the Labor Day sale at Amy's Outdoor Living. You can save from 40 to 70% on premium patio sets, colorful umbrellas, new cushions, beautiful and useful fire pits, and much more. And right now is the time to beat those tariffs and save your hard-earned money on most of their top name brands. Turn your backyard into a resort-style retreat. Hurry in to save 40 to 70% off your new backyard, because guess what? These savings will not last long. Amy's Outdoor Living. Used to go there with my dad as a little kid. That's how long they've been around. And now they have 2 locations on El Camino near Watt. That's the one I grew up going to. And the El Dorado Town Center. It's beautiful there. Amy's Outdoor Living, where your outdoor living begins.
Drapes and Whitey. Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair, the Drive Guys.
All right, bear with me here. Cracker Barrel says they're changing their logo back to the old one. Okay, whatever. they switched it. And people say, okay, we're switching it back. What team or teams need to go back to their old logos, Jay? 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Text us. I'm just wondering what teams, and if we're going away from any of the Native American, obviously you can say whatever you want, but
right.
We're not trying to get into any of that. I know I mentioned Cracker Barrel. We're not trying to get into any politics or culture wars, but which teams need to go back to their old logos? I've got 3 that come to mind.
Okay. Give me those. Let me think
in no particular order. Now, this actually, this could actually get into some political correctness, but I would love to see the Washington Wizards become the Washington Bullets.
Bullets again, huh?
Yeah. Because basketball, you shoot a basketball, you shoot a bullet. And I know there was a previous owner. It was horrible situation. Someone was assassinated or something, I believe. And that's after that he decided we're going to change the name. But I would love to see him go back to that.
Okay.
They keep kind of leaning that way, and they wear like the same uniforms that the Bullets used to wear. They just say Wizards instead of Bullets. No disrespect to, I think it was Abe Pollin was the owner when they made that switch, but Washington Bullets. Let's bring it back, Jay.
Okay. I see where you're going.
Also, we need, now you've got the Tennessee Titans, used to be the Houston Oilers,
Yep.
and then you have the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Isn't that, and I know there's something, I guess if you're a Texan, being a Texan means something, and I respect that. Like being a Californian means something, but Houston Texans it's just a redundant, dumb name. Can't the Houston Texans become the Houston Oilers?
Ooh. Okay.
Where the Derek, and I know you might have some issues with the
color scheme.
Similar, we'll figure something out.
Okay.
Houston Oilers, and then the best logo in sports history that this team uses sometimes, but they need to go back full time.
Is this the one I'm thinking?
Milwaukee Brewers.
Ooh.
The Milwaukee Brewers logo that has the M and the B with a ball there for the B that forms a baseball glove with a ball in it. It's the greatest logo ever, Jay. They need to bring that back. Like I said, I know they do sometimes, but that needs to be their full-time logo.
Okay. I'm trying to picture the Milwaukee Brewers.
The Milwaukee Brewers with the M and the B that's the glove. Yeah. When you see it, you'll remember it very fondly. It's like the M is part of the glove, and then it's like this is the M. And I apologize, but if you're watching,
yeah.
And then the B is like the middle finger of the glove with the ball in the middle, Jay.
I like that one.
Yeah,
that is
very
a nice
clever.
One. That is a very nice one.
Very clever.
The first thing that pops into my mind, and I'm trying to go back and check it, is they've changed their name to the LA Angels, but the old Anaheim Angel logo. And I'm trying to get the variation of like what year.
You're talking about the A with the halo
in it? Yeah. Because they kind of use that now.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'm going back to the older colors, the Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Like
the
kind of
navy and the red.
Yeah. Like I don't feel their logo right now.
How about this, Jay? There was a time, I think in the 60s, they had a blue hat with a red bill. Jay, they had a silver halo that was on top of the hat.
Yeah,
right
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you call them hats? And the Pirates wore them and the Angels wore them?
I think they call them stovepipe.
Stovepipe. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. I love the A's wore them for a long time too. I love those hats.
Those were, I think, supposed to be like 1890 style. And
they
were like,
something around there.
Yeah.
I like
Pirates.
that.
Pirates really made them famous because they wore them a lot when they won the World Series.
Pop Stargels.
Yeah.
That's the first one. I'm trying to think of
Buccaneers gets a mention from TR.
Ooh, with the pirate with the kind of the swashbuckling hat. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
one.
creamsicle
joint. Yeah.
I think they're supposed to wear those one game.
I think they are. I think you're right on that. The other one that pops into my mind, and I can't remember if they've changed it back. The Mariners.
Yes. Thank you. Again, that's one that they wear sometimes. But,
I'm not with it because they kind of have like the little star with the Seattle and the Mariners.
It's like a compass or the North Star.
There you go. Yeah. Like, wait, we don't need none of that. We don't, Lewis and Clark.
Trident, and it was an M for Mariners. That was Tritons or Poseidon's trident, and it was a great look. They had those when they first came into existence, and they were great, Jay. The team was horrible, but those hats were sweet.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. I like those. Those are the first two that came into my mind. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Even the one they had the M's with the baseball behind it for the Mariners. That was better than what they have now. Like now it's like, get that compass out of here.
Iggy says the OG San Jose Sharks logo. Is that the one where he's biting the hockey stick? That's a cool logo.
That's a that's a dope one too.
TR says the Florida Marlins. That was where they had teal and they had the F with the Marlin and Miami Marlins.
I like that with the fish in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are cool too. I like that. That's the the Edgar Renteria joints, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah. TR says Stretch Bergmeyer mentioned me. Oh, you're welcome. Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah. Campio says the Cubs need to bring back the Cub. Did they have a Cub in the sea?
I think they did have the little baby bear, didn't they?
Yeah. So anyway, there are a lot of great logos out there. The funny thing is teams eventually, it's like fashion. Doesn't fashion always like repeat itself? Like something from the 80s or the 70s will become in vogue again, And that happens with logos, especially now that teams have all their alternate gear. Teams will go back to, oh yeah, we're going to wear this logo again, and they have throwbacks, but some of them they should just stick with full time.
Yeah, I'm with you. Don't change it up. They're iconic.
Yeah,
they're definitely iconic. There are a few, and I was trying to think of didn't the
which sport?
College football.
Oh,
didn't somebody? I'm blanking on. Someone completely just revamped their whole sports program, like look, and people were going in the uproar this past offseason. I'm blanking on who that is.
You know, the 49ers this year, it looks like one game they're going to wear like black.
Yeah, they are going back to the black.
Yeah. And it's for, what is it, rivalry week or something? There's one of these, contrived weeks that the NFL has concocted. It's like, why? We're going to watch the game anyway.
Right.
Why are you doing that? But yeah, I think some of the teams have special jerseys, and the 49ers, I think. Do you remember when they played that Monday night game against the Vikings? Colin Kaepernick, I believe, played quarterback, and they wore the all black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a good look, Jay.
I'm with that.
What happened to that?
I have no clue what happened to that. I have no clue. You know, the other two that popped in my mind as I'm sitting there looking for the college team that lost it was the Baltimore Orioles. Remember they had the little Oriole head, like the bird with the hat on it?
They used to call that the ornithologically correct one.
The what?
Like ornithologically.
Okay.
Ornithology is the study of birds.
Is it?
And they called it the ornithologically correct bird.
That's a lot to ask.
They called it. Yeah, but I know exactly.
Yeah, so when that was my after the A's, my next T-ball team or minor B team, wasn't T-ball, was the Orioles at Willow Rancho.
Yeah.
And we had the bird with the hat on it with the O hat.
Oh, yeah.
I said, man, that's so cool. And then the other one that really gets me is the Toronto Raptors with the actual dinosaur. And now they change it and they don't have the dinosaur, but that's another logo I wish they would bring back a little more too. Like the Stevie franchise, or not Stevie, the Damon Stoudemire's. Like that type of movement, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I love that Raptor dribbling.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard this, but I heard last few years that some elements of the Kings front office weren't crazy about purple, but and then there'd be like the alternate uniforms would not be purple, but it sounds like that's gone away. It sounds like, especially with the beam, it's like purple and the Kings are so closely associated now in the minds of fans. I don't think fans would stand for anything. Move back to the, like the red, white, and blue and all that.
Yeah, no, that's
on occasions okay, but it's like, no, purple is part of the Kings DNA now in Sacramento.
100%. I was just pulling out some hats a couple days ago, and I have a slew of like 10 hats for Kings hats that I haven't wore, right? So I'm pulling them out. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, man, they're all purple, gray, white and purple, black and purple. I said, man, I sure do got a bunch of purple hats. I'm like, man, compared to I need to go get the blue hat for the Kings or whatever. But yeah, it is definitely a part of the DNA. The chromosomes are sitting there when it comes to Sacramento Kings and purple. If you change that up now,
people wouldn't stand for
it. Be outcry, uproar.
Yeah. If there was any question that it would survive the beam, answer that question.
Yeah.
It's like, nope.
Come on.
Yeah.
Somebody 303 Denver Nuggets City Skyline. How about that one? The
I remember that.
And he said, kind of, I think the one I was talking about, Jurassic Park, Toronto Raptors with the Raptor dribbling. That was dope. Someone from the 404 Atlanta, every NFL team should reverse their helmets. I'm not sure about that. The red, white, and blue Patriots from the 404 ATL with the actual Patriot. Yeah.
Snapping the ball.
Yeah. Bring back the Steelers Bumblebee jerseys from the 916.
They probably will at some point.
They probably
I'll be fine if they don't, but they probably will.
Someone from the 209, bring back the baby blue Angels with the Wings logo. Mo Vaughn era.
I could not stand those. To me, that looked like, the Angels are wearing pajamas tonight.
This is
Jim
a good
Edmonds.
one. Jim Edmonds, Tim Salmon.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Gary D. Sarcina.
Garrett Anderson.
Garrett Anderson. Somebody, the old school, or 916, the old school Detroit Pistons logo with the horse.
Okay.
That's an OG
I saw that
one.
and I couldn't place it.
Man.
Yeah. Like Grant Hill Pistons
That's
era.
That's an OG one right there.
That's a good one.
I like that one. And that was a different color, blue and red. It was kind of like tealish or whatever.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I like
very
those jerseys.
90s. I don't know what year it was, but it was very 90s.
Well, it's got to be. Grant came in with 93. He won the rookie year 93 or 94. One of those, right? Because 92, so it's one of 93, 94. So it's got to be 96, 97, some up in there.
Conversation continues when we come right back. Logo talk. Who needs to bring their logos back? Next on Sacktown Sports.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products in next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. One of the cool sidebar stories to the A's Hall of Fame induction ceremony before the A's play the Reds on September 13th will be the appearance of Reds manager Tito Francona. Francona was the A's bench coach back in 2003 when inductees Hudson, Mulder, and Zito led the A's to the postseason.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, apparently Cracker Barrel says, okay, we'll go back to the old logo. Who cares? But we use that as an excuse to talk about sports logos. And thanks for your suggestions. Which teams need to go back to the old logos? Do you remember, Jay, the Dolphins used to have a dolphin against the sun, and he had a little helmet on that said M.
Yep.
I like that better than this new sleek dolphin.
The little,
Yeah.
That's well, I guess they just revised the dolphin, but I get what you're saying. That was more playful. This one a little more vicious.
Yeah, as vicious as
a porpoise can be.
Dolphins can be pretty nasty. Yeah. I'm just looking at some of these, and it's interesting. Baseball teams have the most boring logos because it's all letters, because, that's kind of the tradition in baseball. They're almost, and you mentioned the Orioles with the bird, all the baseball logos on hats, they're almost all letters.
Yeah.
And occasionally you got like a Blue Jay in there or whatever, but you compare them to some of the NFL logos.
Secondary.
Yeah.
Someone said this, and this is what I was talking about. Where are they at? 916. And I just saw this maybe like a week ago. You were on vacation. I don't think you've seen this, or maybe you did. Notre Dame, did you see they adjusted their logo, the Fighting Irishman?
No, I didn't.
And man, there was a bunch of people in uproar.
Really?
So the Fighting Irishman kind of had like put your dukes up, the sparring hands where your fists were pointing up. When somebody said, put them up, right? But now.
You know what that's from?
Yeah, cartoon.
That's from, I think that's from like the Wizard of Oz. Put them up. I
thought my boy
maybe right.
Snagglepuss came out with that first.
Did he? Okay.
What came out first?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz came out before Snagglepuss, Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, I think
really?
So.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. I'm gonna go back and check that. But now the logo is carrying a football and his hand is kind of like turned backwards. And man, maybe because I follow college football people quite a bit, people were going in. How dare you? This is the first don't never change the Fighting Irish, logo. And it's the first time since the 60s they had changed the logo. And so then they doubled back and said, well, this is just going to be sports specific secondary logo, which is basically people said no, and you better come up with something because you spent all the money on apparel and everything. But people in Notre Dame, Illinois, they were going crazy. Indiana, Michigan, all those Midwest states, they were going bananas.
Somebody mentioned the Redskins. You scaredy cats, Redskins. It's like, fine, if you want to say that, fine. We're just not going to get into that conversation.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm scared.
Braves, Florida State.
Not going to get into all of that at this time.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Midwest was going crazy, though. The Ohio's and all that stuff up there. People were losing their mind about Fighting Irish, the Fighting Irish logo.
Mm-hmm. Don't the Cleveland Browns have to get some kind of
They need
logo
something.
at some point?
They need something. Just a B, a CB, something up there. A football. Just put a brown football.
Yeah. Yeah, you made the point. All right, we get it.
Need something.
I do think, to me, it's kind of cool that the Steelers only have it on one side. It's very unique.
Yeah, it is.
And my understanding is when they first tried it out in 1940-something, whatever, they weren't sure they wanted to do it. So they said, well, just do it on one side. And that way, if we don't like it, we can take it off.
Yeah.
And then it's always been that way. They just kept the one on there.
Is there
Very
any?
unique.
Trying to think, is there anyone else in sports who doesn't have a logo? Like, what is the Cleveland Browns logo?
Yeah, they used to have, I think his name was Brownie the Elf. I remember when I was a kid.
I remember Brownie the
You
Elf.
would see Cleveland Browns and they
Yeah.
had this elf. And I remember wondering as a kid, and no one would tell me, it's like, why, what is a brown and elf? Why is their mascot an elf? And no one knew, or no one would tell me. And I think they kind of brought him back a few years ago, but I don't know where he came from or what he represents. And I think he kind of went away again.
Yeah, as they should, because now they have the dog. Like the dog walks around there as a mascot too.
Yeah.
But what is their logo? Just a color?
Yeah, I think it's
A slab of brown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else that you can think that does that?
No.
Because even
everybody has
like the green wave and the rainbows, like everybody has something.
Right. Yeah, especially in pro sports because it's a marketing opportunity. For
Absolutely.
You. Let's face it. Now, some people may disagree. I'm usually all in favor of history and tradition. Green Bay Packers could stand to update things a little bit, could they not?
They need to. Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Don't get me on a diatribe about the Green Bay Packers right now.
Let's go.
No. We only got so many minutes. They need to upgrade all of it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Them dry dead uniforms they wearing.
Mm-hmm. The green and gold.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams who need to update their situation. I'll say this. This will ruffle a lot of feathers.
All right, here we go.
The Yankees need to do something to them jerseys too.
Yes.
It is time, but I get it. You have a fantastic history, but man, how long we gonna rock the same joints?
Mm-hmm.
Like Red Sox, certain teams need to at least come to the new century.
Yeah.
Y'all still back in the 1800s and the 19. It's like, man, at least pull up to the party.
We're wearing what we always wore. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Would you be upset, because I've heard you say this, if the Yankees put a name on the back of their jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be dumb.
But they need to upgrade the fashion.
Well, you tell me how.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. As long as you wear the pinstripes like Sundays at home or whatever,
okay,
you could mix it up a little bit. I do think their grays are kind of classy. New York with the grays, that's a traditional look I like on the
basic
road.
Whitey.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to upgrade yourself, man. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's time.
Tell me how.
I don't know. Who knows? Because you say anything about the Yankees, you're gonna get flambasted.
You want a skyscraper on top of the hat or something that lights up?
Anything. Give me the Washington Bridge. I don't know what we could put on there.
Mm-hmm.
You got create me something with the 5 boroughs. There's so many things that the Yankees could do that they choose not to.
I honestly think the team that's been in the most dire need to upgrade their uniforms, and this is for like 30 years, Jay. We both love them. I'm not just saying this because they're in town now. The A's could use an upgrade.
Oh, they definitely need to.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've tweaked a little bit here or there with this look or that look. They need to go back to the vests.
I like the vests.
Yes. Billy Bean once said that.
I like the vest. I actually like the loud yellow too.
Mm-hmm.
The yellow with the green piping and I'm all about that.
They used to have black hats for
Yes.
a brief period. That looked very nice. I had one. They went away from
I'm
it.
have to find one of those.
Yeah, remember they had black jerseys?
Jerseys. Yeah, they did.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some alternative colors. You don't always necessarily have to be like the Yankees or the A's where you're just playing with 2 different colors. Give me 2, 3, 4 different flavors of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And now don't go far write like the gold Sacramento Kings, but something.
Mm-hmm.
You'll go Jersey fan?
No,
All
those
right.
were just awful. Yeah.
Tinsel.
Yeah. But I think the Giants' current City Connect are worse with the purple in it.
Yeah, those are whack.
Yeah. I know you like them.
Sure.
I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I got all the jerseys.
Yeah. We're back with you tomorrow. Thanks for being with us today. More Kings talk, 49er talk, A's talk, whatever else is going on talk tomorrow. Stick around for more of that. Another look at NFL Cut Down Day, I'm sure, with the JR Sports Brief Show next on Sacktown Sports.